Welcome, everybody. This is Legends, Lies, and Liberty with Tyler Ross, episode 009. And today I've got some unique guests, I guess. They're hometown heroes, and one of them is my brother, Avery Ross. The other two are the Bopsy twins, as they were called back in the 80s. So we're a little throwback. I wish it was Thursday, but we got Shane Keno Carroll sitting to my left, and then my dad over here in the green, Daryl Ross. I don't even know. Did you have a nickname other than the Bopsy twins?
Yeah, fat kid called me Cornball.
Cornball, okay. So we had Cornball.
He's the only one.
I was trying to forget that.
Yeah, it's been forgot.
So I know a lot of this podcast today. Avery's like, why am I here? And I'm like, really? I don't know, but I still felt like Avery would somehow be the one with the most words, even though this is kind of. But I was like, I know we've heard a lot of these stories from Dad and Shane and Tony Harbor, and I would have got him in here, but I was afraid nobody could understand him. So hopefully he won't be too hurt.
He probably wouldn't have been able to hear you.
Well, do what? But I know how many New Year's Eves we spent as kids listening to y'all's stories and playing cards and there's plenty of other times that we, have listened to y'all's throwback days, but that was a long time ago in itself. Plus it was even further that the original stories happened. And I know that one of you's hair's turned gray and one of them's turned loose. So y'all think y'all be able to remember these stories?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ask their wives. They can tell. They've heard them all several times.
I mean, we probably could have got the wives to tell the
They could've told
stories.
them,
Yeah.
They can tell you.
I know. What kind of got me into this episode today was, number one, WQSB Radiothon St. Jude's was last week, and I've never seen more people give Daryl Ross a shout out in my whole freaking life. And it was great. It was great. Don't get me wrong. It was for St. Jude's, and they all did a big thing. And he does his talk every year. And then I think Marshall DeKalb was that a first for the bucket truck?
Yes.
Okay, so he kind of got to be really part of the whole day, I think. Mm-hmm. And then Everly showed up and done a little thing, and they both got to go back in there and talk. But WQSB, I felt like blowed his head up, and before it got too big to get in the door, I thought we better hurry up and get him over here.
Get him in there.
And
the sad part is I ain't got Facebook, so I don't know who give me a shout out and who didn't.
Oh well, I mean, every time I don't listen to the radio much. I just Bluetooth and listen to my music and podcasts and everything else. But I turned it on, trying to hear Everly. I didn't know if I was going to get to hear. I was already too late. But it was the rest of that afternoon. The next morning, Daryl Ross. I mean, Barry and Holly, and then some dude shaved his head for Daryl. I mean, it wasn't for Daryl, but I mean, It might as well, man. And I was like, well, we better hurry up and get him in before. I mean, he may have a gold star in Hollywood before it's all up with. But thanks to WQSB. But great cause. I think they raised a record like $352,000, and the most red wagons I think donated and all that. But it was fun, and maybe WQSB give us a what is it on Facebook? A share. I did tag them in a post, so we'll see. But I wanted him in here for that, and then I just knew if he was coming that you had to show up too. So
That's right.
Well, and prom the other night. Prom's going round, and we was at Longhorn, and he mentioned he talked to some kid in the bathroom or on the way, whatever. To prom night, one to remember. He's like, yes, sir. And he's like, you remember yours? And Dad's like, yeah, a car quit and had to push it in the ditch. So I was like, you know what? We might want to just go ahead and get these stories on air so people can hear what really happened. But if you want to get into that whenever, now, later, I don't care. We can talk about the cars. And I know, when did you get your first speeding ticket? You want to talk about that real fast?
I can. I don't know if my first one wasn't a speeding ticket, but
really, Pawpaw got the ticket.
yeah, Pawpaw got it. I was 12. Daddy'd been sick, couldn't work, and we were having to buy cars at Kelly Auto Auction and get them over to Mount Vernon Homes where we was working on them, and I had to get them ready and clean them up, and then we take them back down there. So Daddy had bought some. He had to get 2 home and only had 1 driver, and that was me.
You know,
I come up a mountain, and the little lady that saw me get in it, it was a Chrysler Fifth Avenue, and
some lady called the cops.
No, so she saw me get in the car down there at Kelly Auto Auction, and when we went up the mountain, I seen her pulled over, and as I went by, she was pointing at me as I went by. Well, he caught her running 70 mile an hour up the mountain and said, "If I'm getting a ticket, so is that kid," and she told on me. So when I got to Carlisle School, after he got done with her, he pulled me over, and he said, and he just kind of stopped and looked, and he said, "You don't have a license." And I said, "Nope."
I'm sitting on a stack of phone books. What are you?
So I got in the back seat of the car, and we had to sit there till Daddy pulled up. And Daddy come pulling up. Luckily, the guy was real good and
understood the situation, huh?
Yeah, he didn't let me drive it home, but he let Daddy off with a verbal warning.
Well, that was what, 40 years ago?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, you're right at it, give or take.
Yep.
So just imagine, me or Avery at 12, you'd be in jail.
Oh yeah, I'd be in jail. Yeah.
So, he don't matter if he's a preacher and been on St. Jude's Radiothon. You letting your 12-year-old drive a Cadillac or a Buick or whatever without anybody, it don't matter. He's 12.
Oh, yeah.
So
then I had my next in at 14 without a helmet on a motorcycle.
Didn't you get pulled over in Atlanta when you was like 9?
No, I didn't get pulled over. Not in Atlanta that I can remember, but I got that one because I didn't have a helmet on the motorcycle. And then at 15, of all people, me and David Green was going fishing, and they had a roadblock set right here at Aroni store, and I just whooped in where Scott Brothers was then, and the trooper just motioned, said, "Come on down." Mama got that ticket that day because I was driving at 15 without a license.
Was that the Monte Carlo, or did you have it?
No, that was that lovely Dodge Dart convertible that my daddy stuck me with for a long time. Sorriest car ever lived.
I mean, Papa's birthday was 2 days ago too.
Yep.
Yesterday, it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was
so
yesterday.
we might, since how it's this close, it works out good. I didn't think about that till right now. I don't know if y'all be able to see. That's not what it looked like when I was alive. But anyways,
a lot bigger head, ears, and nose now.
He never, obviously, grandparents treat their grandkids different, and all I heard was, his story and how Jerry was to him, and totally different to me and Avery.
Oh, yeah. Avery was just a baby.
Well, I mean,
the baby. You were Papa's baby.
Well, I'm not talking about when I was a baby, but I'm talking about even,
when we got
all the way up to when he died. We were still,
we were the favorite.
Oh,
he buy us junk that somehow ran just good enough to, let us almost die on it.
He knows.
And everything he ever bought, I guess, was like that.
He knows.
But he bought us a Honda Elite 150 moped. The front end was held together with literally coat hangers.
Absolutely.
The tag, I remember the tag. It was from 1998. This was probably 2000 and I don't know, 5.
I was young,
And we grew up basically like y'all. Just a little bit later, we didn't.
We could have went to jail for some of the stuff.
We didn't wear helmets much, and we were boys. Y'all pretty much, the way I assume, raised us the right way. And if anybody else has a problem with it, that's just because they was raised the wrong way.
That's
but
right.
I mean, the roads we grew up on are tar and potholes and gravel and dirt. And he buys us this thing, and he said, "God told me to go 60."
Go 60.
By golly.
Why would he tell us that?
if it was
I can tell you going downhill with no shirt on and barefoot, it'd only do 56. And anyways,
Before you get too far away from the first ticket,
yeah.
Martin Phillips got his first speeding ticket because I was driving his car. I was about 15, 14, 15, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
he's a little older than us.
I didn't have any license, but I wanted to drive. And he picked me up, go to school, and I just kept on and on and on. He said, "Well, fine, get over here and drive." So we're booking it.
I remember a little bit of this.
We're booking it through Rodentown, and we meet a state trooper in Rodentown, of all places.
All places.
He pulls us over. Well, he turns his lights on, and I told Mark, I said, pull in that cornfield right there. There's a little pull-in road, and the corn was big. So he pulled in there, and I jumped out, going to swap seats, but Mark didn't want to move. He's like, no, I'm not getting this ticket. I'm not getting it. It's not my ticket. It's yours. And I finally just shoved him over into the driver's seat. And anyway, state trooper comes up there and gets Mark license, and he's looking over at me like, I could kill you.
Mark's want to kill you?
Yeah. And so anyway, he takes it back to the car, and I don't know if he gave him a warning. I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Anyway, he took the ticket.
Did he even try to snitch on you?
No.
Or did he just?
No.
So there wasn't no snitching in the group.
snitching.
It was
No.
just we might fight later, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna snitch.
No. See, the thing is if Fat Kid ever got in trouble, it was me or Shane one got him in trouble.
Yeah, he was probably the golden child of
yeah,
everybody.
He was a good kid. It was me and Keno dragging him into everything. One or the other.
Have y'all ever apologized?
Never a good apology.
So,
He's not. He done plenty of stuff to us too.
oh, okay, all right. So
He paid us
it's the weight's been distributed
Yeah,
pretty evenly.
Pretty even.
So I can't go down the road to his old house in front of Pax because his Carolyn was always that mama that'd go, y'all put your seatbelts on, y'all be safe and drive careful and here, that, and other. Well, every time I'd come in, I had the ditch bank wallered out from that Monte Carlo because when I'd make the turn, I'd be sideways in the ditch slinging a rooster tail. And in my car, I don't know if seatbelts ever worked in it or not. I ain't never wore them. So every time we'd leave, I'd leave sideways out the dirt road. So Fat Kid was just that little sheltered,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was he an only child?
No, he got a brother named Shannon.
Just talking about the motorcycle. The first 3-wheeler my parents ever bought me didn't have a lick of brakes. None.
Right from day one.
When he unloaded it, he said, "Hey, now it ain't got no brakes.
Yeah.
So be careful."
That was your daddy telling you that.
That's my dad told me. He said,
And
"Ain't got no
what
brakes."
was? How old were you? Just give us a
Let's
guess.
see. Golly.
I don't know. 13.
We had to be, well, yeah, so I moved here. I moved up here to where Mama's living right now in 84.
So you remember that old
Oh,
Honda
yeah.
200?
Yeah.
Rode around the trails at Abroni Pond.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever seen you.
I've never been on one as far as like driving it. I mean, I might have rode with somebody, but he like unloaded it and said, "Here, ain't got no brakes. Now be careful."
Yeah.
I cranked it up and figured it out and left.
Yeah, so we come up with 3-wheelers. They wasn't 4-wheelers
Right.
yet.
And from what I understand, which I mean, I've seen a few, like Laverne still had one,
yeah.
and somebody else every now and then would just come by on a 3-wheeler.
Would David Green have
Yeah.
a big bear?
No, it was a 200X Honda.
200X, David was?
Yeah, it's fast.
Who had that big bear? Somebody had a big bear around here that was a 3-wheeler one time.
Everybody always told me that if you want to die, get a 3-wheeler.
Oh, yeah, it'd get you.
Is it just the weight or something?
Well, I mean, you can stand there and just pick up on one handlebar and turn it over.
Yeah. So me and him,
So you got already the most dangerous ATV. Now it has no brakes.
Yeah, no
and you're 13 and your dad said,
But he told me.
be careful.
Yeah.
He said it.
He
It's
let
got
me
no
know.
brakes. I mean, did he expect you to Flintstone stop it? What was
Well,
how?
he didn't care.
I mean, you geared it down.
Did he have a good life insurance on you?
No. And the thing about it was back in, when you was riding with people, they knew I didn't have no brakes. So I was like,
Did
okay.
sometimes you just kind of use other 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers
Well,
to
Oh, yeah,
stop?
he ran me in the back.
Well, and they would just like automatically stop all of a sudden and go the other direction. And I had to gear mine down and slowly turn and catch
Slide
up.
the ditch or go by you.
Yeah.
Hit you in the back end.
Then I had to go catch them because they ran off and left me.
Oh gosh,
So
yeah.
the very
so-
first time, I don't know. We need to get Fat Kid to ask him. But one of the very first times we ever left riding together was dark, cold, rainy. Right where Scotty Scott lives, right down here. That was the entrance into that thicket around Steve's house to the pond. And we left the store. I don't know what time it was, but it was cold. Well, you can imagine, Fat Kid outweighed me and him both back in. Fat Kid probably 240, me and you was $180 on our best day. And no brakes. And all of a sudden, me and Harbor come behind them. They done gone. Well, all of a sudden, we get to this curve, and there's just a wad of dust as they go rolling down through the field because they tried to make the curve. Fat Kid's on the back. Front tire ain't got no traction. Keno's trying to turn it, and then they go, and over they went, just rolling down the woods.
Do you remember a guy named Josh Reese that was in my class for a little bit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Our Junior, you know how wild Junior was.
Oh yeah.
I spent a night with. Do you know Junior Thomason? Maybe he won't yell at me for telling
Absolutely,
this.
that's
You
what
know
I
But
was gonna say. He's
you
just
know
a
his
grandpa.
granddaddy Wayne.
but
Oh,
Wayne Kitchens.
Wayne
Wayne
Kitchens.
Kitchens.
Big loud.
Anyway, I'd spent the night with Junior. This was before he got just super crazy, but he was still dangerous. And we was on the 4-wheeler and riding, and I tell you what, I was terrified. I mean, I was doing my best to act like I was having a good time, but if I was with Junior, I was pretty terrified. And we somehow run into Josh Reese, and he's like, he'd moved schools, I think, so it's like, kind of a little reunion, and it's like, hey, you want to ride 4-wheelers with us for a little bit? So we're 3 deep on this 4-wheeler, and there's a church over. Is it New Harmony in Kilpatrick? What's that little church?
New home.
New Home.
New home.
All right, it's kind of got a steep little ditch either at the church or just down below it, and Junior was found out that he could catwalk good across the road right there by himself, but then he decides, I wonder what 3 people on a 4-wheeler can do like catwalking. Well, Josh was on the back, and he catwalks it. Josh back rolls off the 4-wheeler. Junior freaks out, rolled back over the top of him, and I was like, oh, and like just messed him up bad, like just all through here, just skin up, and instead of just really saying a whole lot, Junior didn't go talk to his mama. He just kind of dropped Josh off, and we was out of there because we was afraid Josh's mama was gonna kill us. But
We didn't have that problem.
Back when me and Darryl was younger, I guess it's probably different. I don't know when the generation changed, but you didn't go in and you hit all that like, oh, my arm's broke.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all right. It'll be all right in a day or two.
Yeah.
You didn't go in advertising.
right.
No, they'd ask
Had a
too many
broke arm for
questions.
3 weeks before they ever found
Yeah.
out about it.
Yeah, they'd ask too many questions.
Well,
Ask him his first time to ever come to our house to ride 3-wheelers.
Well, I didn't ride through.
I know.
He had a go-kart with no motor.
no motor.
No motor.
So y'all's Flintstones.
And it was tied to that 4-wheeler.
You was riding the go-kart with no motor behind
Well,
a
we all
4-wheeler.
took turns, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like when we got over, he's like, all right, I've been always wanting to do this, here's finally somebody that'll get on it,
The question right now is not how are y'all still alive, but how's me and Avery here right
Yeah,
now? I
yeah,
mean, what the world?
Sure.
So
I carried Fat Kid off that ditch bank right there in front of Roy Vaughn's. I went off of it, and he come off of it with it.
behind the 4-wheeler.
Well, you
On the
got to remember
go-kart.
the rope don't, the rope follows the 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he went on, kind of like the go-kart kind of stopped on top of the hill.
Yeah.
When he got down and moved away a little bit, it come
Launched
off the ramp straight.
Oh my!
So all that was a cornfield. Laverne
Oh.
had that cornfield where Young
Yeah.
Shane's chicken houses are. That's where we tear the field up, boy.
And we,
Well,
We couldn't get snow, so we just had to-
Pawpaw had those. When did he plant those peach trees? Probably
Apple trees, peach
apples.
trees.
Yeah, he had.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm gonna say 90, 89.
So
90.
right when you graduated, kind
Yeah,
of.
because it was, he built us that sled to pull with shingles on it to try to get us ready to play football, and we'd pull them up that field.
He
I had cows.
got
on
me
it.
and Avery a little go kart. I don't know. Might have been the one with no motor. Might have put a motor on it. I don't know.
We just tried
yeah,
that.
it wasn't left
It
for that
ain't
one.
But it had slick tires on the back. It was just one of them. All it was
Dude,
a frame and a rail.
All that go kart was a Smoky Mountain go kart that ran 60,000 miles per hour is what we felt like, and it had racing slicks on it like you ain't never seen. With a bad clutch.
and in the mornings, the grass was wet. You're going.
oh man, it was great.
Like don't get on the road because it's dangerous. So go right out here where there's 40 peach trees and 40 apple trees.
Yeah.
and drift them.
Do you know how many of those peach trees have a skint mark that high up? Every one of them.
Oh yeah.
And no telling how many times he had to re-weld the front end, and then he's like, "Oh, I've got it where it's slow now. Y'all shouldn't have wrecks. We're gonna find a way to wreck it. I mean, it wasn't because we was wanting to, but we're just it was
To
one
start that
speed.
joker though, you had to set it up on a brick because the clutch was always engaged. So
Oh,
when you cranked
yeah.
it, it was wide open,
spinning, and then you had to
jump on
chase
and
it.
push yourself off.
Yeah, but see, so you got to remember the time frame. You're gonna love this. You're going to love this one. They always got snookered with Papa gave me a job. One of them was with me. I mean, it was just going to be that way.
Yeah, they didn't have
And
no
it
choice.
was me and him more than Fat Kid, because Fat Kid was scared to death of his shadow back in. So, probably because of us. But
he had good reason.
Daddy comes up one day and he says, "Hey, I need you to go pick this pickup truck up, still." And I said, "Well, okay." I said, "How we gonna do it?" And he said, "Well," he said, I'm gonna go in. We're all gonna go in your car." I had a '77 Pontiac Grand Prix back in. I said, "Okay." He said, "But I may buy this Malibu when we get down there." He said, "If I do, then you and Keno let Keno take the truck. You just come back with him." That's fine. We hammer down, little Nissan pickup, can't be that big a deal. We get down there, and he said, "But by the way, the clutch is out on it, so when you hit the hills, you're going to have to help him go up." All right.
Didn't really know what that
Well, I
meant, or
had them
did you?
front bumper bars on that Pontiac. It had them bars that stand up. They were bumper guards. So me and him do. He does fine. Shane's doing good. He's drove straight shift his whole life. We're making it. We get to the bottom of Leaf Gap, and
Start fading out.
yeah, it's fading out. She ain't gonna make it. Well, I just ease up to him, bump him. We're just going. The next thing I feel is my daddy coming to us with Malibu, that big 400 small block in it, and I hear the 4-bar go, whoop.
It's 4:30.
And I look, and Keno was just staring the truck like this, and when he go over top of the hill, you'd see him come up over the hill, and Daddy ain't let up yet. We
So
come all the way home.
y'all got a 3-car push going
Oh,
up
yeah.
Leaf Gap.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
oh yeah, sideways. When we pulled up,
Two
at
of them
Mama,
don't want to be involved in it.
yeah, when we pulled
Right.
up at Mama's, I see the door open on the truck, and Shane just when they just hit the ground,
Just
he's
faking
soaking
God.
wet and sweating.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so I mean that's how.
So
we
that's
was
why
running.
you were sweating when you got here tonight, was just because it was you were reuniting with some
Yes.
Rosses, and
Yeah,
you knew
oh.
there might be a picture of Jerry hanging up in here on the wall.
horror stories.
Oh Lord, I remember. You remember that little dump truck?
Oh yeah.
Leaf Gap scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Papa would take us down to that church pit, and for some reason that hard U curve right there in Leaf Gap, I'd just be a nervous wreck. I think I was dying every time. And then I remember
You're no the dump truck.
the Bruce Road Bridge when they redone it, like I was like 96. I was little,
Oh yeah, you couldn't have been old.
and there's no way I could ride in a dump truck now like he was letting us ride in it back then. But I felt like they had it barricaded, and it was probably like 100 feet away. The barricade probably was. But I felt like he drove us up straight to the edge, and I was just thinking we're going to die.
Oh yeah.
But, looking now as an adult at all the ridges I've seen torn down and rebuilt, there's no way we drove right up to the edge
Yeah.
of that
They
bridge.
block
But
you off for a
but
mile
it
each
is
direction.
crazy because if that was 96, I was 5 years old. So that's going to be probably one of my first decent memories, probably that as far back as I can remember. That's something I guess I was about the same on Leaf Gap curve, I guess. But
Well, and that's what's changed, though. I mean, everywhere you went with Daddy back then, you stood in the seat. There wasn't no car seat rules, and there wasn't seatbelt laws. And,
Hey, stand in the front seat.
you rode 4 million miles with Daddy standing up in the seat.
oh yeah,
Well,
and
even when
you-
we was 4 and 5, I mean, he put us on his knee. We went to the Lions Den.
Yeah,
every
everywhere.
Saturday.
Yeah, times is
wherever
different.
We went,
oh,
we
we were driving when we was.
Yeah,
as soon, I mean, we might not have been touching the gas because we couldn't reach
Yeah,
it,
he
but
was
we was
mashing the gas
we was
pedal.
steering trucks, cars, and everything else. But I think it's one of my favorite stupid memories of him was when he bought that Pontiac LeBaron,
Chrysler.
Chrysler LeBaron. I'm sorry, and he had that stupid golf hat,
Yep.
and it was a
Little
convertible.
derby looking thing. Yeah, he looks.
And he only wore that hat to make me mad.
So you knew you didn't like it.
He knew I hated it.
Oh, yeah.
And then my senior year, I played football, and he would come to the home games, and he would wear that hat. I mean, he would make sure when he would walk by the sidelines,
Oh, yeah.
he'd call me out, so everybody would. And he wouldn't call me by my name. He had me and Avery nicknames, and he'd call me by that. But everybody already knew, it was Tyler's Pawpaw, and he didn't know what he was calling me, But they he would just like wink and point or something, and just because of that stupid hat.
Oh, yeah.
That was 100% the only reason he was, hollering at me, was just to let me know he had his stupid hat on. But seeing him in that LeBaron with the top down and Benji, the dog,
Absolutely.
in the car with him, oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine being his kid, for real, like going through and living that life with him. I mean, especially when he was a little bit more healthy. My gosh.
He wasn't that way when he was healthy.
He was a little rougher.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have quite as much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I seen him beat Benji was his dog now. We'd go dog cussing.
Yeah. Him and TJ, when TJ finally come along.
He literally would taught this dog to go down the road, and if we saw a dog out in the yard or chasing cars or whatever, he'd let that dog just pretend to tear him up. Like the windows rolled up so they ain't getting each other. But then he had that thin skin, and from all of his medicine, and he had blood thinners and all. And Benji'd get over there and mess around and cut him. And that'd be blood pouring everywhere. And this is all Pawpaw's fault, 100% his fault. And then he would get, I'm talking about just so mad at Benji for scratching him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And just wanted to just kill him, throw him on out the window with a dog. And I'm like, me and Avery's old enough to know this is your fault. Benji wouldn't have done that if you wouldn't have drove. You knew where that dog was.
I mean, we went dog cussing, is what he called it.
Yeah.
Like, just for fun. He would take the dog just to go dog cussing.
And then there was a
Other
time
dog.
when a lot of S10s is what he drove, silver and red. And he bought a yellow Ford
that's
Ranger
because
my
he pieced them together.
senior year.
We built them at the shop. I mean,
But I saw something on Jeff Foxworthy posts all the stuff that basically is our childhood. It's like, you don't know life till you rode in the back of an S10 with the fold down seats.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I've sat a many miles in one of those stupid little seats that probably.
I mean, one summer we went over there and he's like, "Hey, I need you to go cut the front end off that Ford." Well, I just kind of looked at him. It was an F-150, and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Just cut it off." So he gave me a Sawzall. Yeah, okay, it plugged in, and 400 blades, and we cut the whole front end off that truck. I still don't know why. I didn't know why, and I was like, "Man, well then, I don't know." A couple months later, a truck comes back. It's another Ford F-150, but it's complete, and I was like, "I mean, that's nice." No, what he did, we cut it off, and he went and fabbed one back up and built that whole truck back together. And I was just like, dude, that's that same
There's
truck.
so
I
many
just cut the
salvage
front end off."
titles been sold by Jerry Ross.
Absolutely. And we
drove
literally
both of them
pieced
home
that
and
truck back.
So you got to get this picture. We got to tell this story. This is one of mine,
Which one?
the Granada.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a whole backstory to this.
You wouldn't believe it unless you'd been there to see it.
Yeah, there was a whole backstory. So Wilson's used car was in Georgia at that time, in Atlanta. Daddy was buying all the cars that they had, everything that come in repoed or wasn't retail value. Daddy bought them. So my job is when we get there, Daddy'd go in and do all the paperwork and the money and buying and whatever he's gonna do. I knew which cars we were there to get, so I had to get them ready to go. Well, there was this Granada we give $200 for. I'll never forget it.
And the first thing you do to get them ready is beat the switch out of it.
Yeah, I had to beat the switch out because he didn't have no keys.
Hot
And-
wire them all.
Yeah, so you crank it with a screwdriver back in. I had to get it apart so we could get in there and crank it with a screwdriver. So anyway, it's 150 degrees. We're dying in the middle of Atlanta. Was you there when I got it cranked, or was you just there when we went back one time? I know Fat Kid was with me. Anyway, when I got it broke together, I didn't get the steering wheel tight.
No, I wasn't there when it
So,
happened.
so
All right.
this is the first day we're getting the car. We're going to drive this car home. It had a 302 in it, 4-door. We were going to make it, as Daddy said, the road car. Well, I didn't get the steering wheel tight. We go out in 6 lanes of traffic. And just as we pull out, that steering wheel went, and it's just spinning around, and we're going straight and across 6 lanes of traffic. And and Daddy's a screaming. He's pulled over and he's a hollered and he's a yelling, "Bring me a lug wrench!" And I can't hear him. I don't know what he's a saying. Then he goes to screaming. Fat Kid's up here in a full-blown panic attack. His car is perfect. It's fine. So you fast forward. We finally get it fixed in the middle of Atlanta. We get it home. So
Who was
Daddy,
driving the Granada?
I was.
Okay.
So you fast forward this story to when me and Shane's got to go back, and we built a tow bar on that car so we could pull cars with it. we got to pick, or we picked it up, picked another one up. I don't know. Anyway, Shane's in the Granada.
I don't think either one of us had a license this time, did we?
Yeah, we're licensed now. Yeah, we're licensed now.
In
So
that in
You're
between.
right there in
Anyway.
that closed window.
driving that Granada home, it vapor locked. It had so many vacuum leaks on it. Carburetor couldn't get enough vacuum to run. It'd run out of fuel, and then it'd pick fuel up, and it'd backfire, and it'd pop. Well, Shane fought the car, I don't know, all the way home. It was acting up. Well, I seen him at Wilbur Dunlap's go off side of the road, and I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, here we go. So I pull up right by him. We throw the hood up, and just as we raise the hood up, it's on fire. The whole top of the motor's on fire, like full-blown on fire. Me and him both panic, and I go to holler, go get some water. Well, he just takes off to Wilbur's house, just right up in the woods. It's a white house in the curve. Shane's running in a dead sprint. The car is on fire. I'm thinking it's fixing to blow up. I done got the air cleaner out of the way, so I just reached down the dirt, grabbed me a double handful of dirt, and I throwed it right on top of the carburetor. And just as I did, the fire went out. And Shane comes back. Ain't nobody home. I ain't getting no water. I said, well, it's all right now. I got the fire out. And he said, now what are we going to do? I said, I don't know. I said, if it'll crank, it's going to be a miracle. Because, I throwed a double handful of dirt and rocks in the carburetor.
I mean, was that just a panic decision?
Well, I knew the dirt would smother it out, but you just grab the rock and all.
Put the
Yeah.
fire out.
Yeah.
Didn't worry
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
rest.
we
What about the
Look,
situation?
we got $200 in it. I don't care if it ever runs again. We have fought this car all day trying to get home for football practice. We reach in, and I promise, God is my witness. You take a screwdriver, put it in there, and crank it, and that thing cranked and run, and it never missed another lick. It never backfired.
Y'all fixed it.
Yeah. All we need to do is melt all them vacuum leaks.
Get all the hoses out of the way and it'll run.
Tell you
Yeah.
what, I don't know what the gravel did for it, but it sounds like it
Oh, yeah.
it went in all the right spots.
But now you got to remember, I was raised by a man that would send me in that car the next time with Fat Kid. And I wound up in Dallas, Georgia, going to pull a tow bar home, and Fat Kid's got to drive one home. And the guy ain't going to let me because he don't think there's two 16-year-old boys on this planet that's ever seen a tow bar, much less use one. People out there listening now probably ain't got no clue what a tow bar is. Well, Daddy was not in church at this time, so Daddy was not a real pleasant feller. And we had to get home for football practice. Every time he'd send us, we had to be home and be at football, 3 o'clock, 2:30, whatever. So we got to get to Dallas, Georgia, and back in time to get football practice. So this guy, I can't let you do this, boy. Y'all can't get it. I said, look, you don't understand. Daddy sent me over here to get these 2 cars. That's the only vehicle we got. I'm hooking that tow bar up. He said, I can't let you do that, son, until I've talked to your daddy. I said, well, that ain't going to be pleasant, but while you talking to him, I'm going to be hooking this car up. And somehow in the midst of me hooking that tow bar up, Fat Kid's a dying because he ain't never been around no drama like this in his life. And here he's panicked, and I've got the car hooked up. By the time he gets off and he walks out and he says, I'm so sorry, y'all have a good trip. So I don't know what Daddy done, but
I
it wasn't
figured
nice.
I guess that might have been a lot y'all just didn't buy from much because I figured it by that time everybody already know who Jerry Ross was.
Yeah, and that was the thing is he had, but we'd never seen me hook a tow bar up. He'd seen Daddy do it, but he'd never seen me come with a strange boy like Fat Kid that was scared of his shadow.
Sweating
At 16
profusely.
years old.
Oh yeah, and 16-year-old, and he's hooking a tow bar up. You know that thing was fading out. So with my daddy, the things that were fading out were new to us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
That's
are.
brand new.
Yeah, I mean we was uptown. So,
Luxury.
oh yeah, we gotta get off Daddy if you're gonna get on anything else.
Yeah, well, we'll sit here and this will be a Jerry Ross podcast on accident.
We got many. Good and bad.
I just slipped my brain here a little bit. What about I do want to talk about some Tony Harbor stories with
A lot
y'all.
of them.
Oh yeah, a good one.
I know one good one that I remember some of it about the time when he got grounded from everything
Yes.
and
Shane
showed up
wasn't there at that one.
He ain't never been grounded in his life.
and showed up with a lawnmower or something.
He ain't never been grounded.
So yeah, Tony got grounded.
Oh.
Tony got grounded and called me one day, and
How come he wasn't there?
this was just one of them days where it was
Oh,
Tony.
he was in the
no.
clique. He just wasn't
Yeah,
there.
he was
Oh
in the
yeah,
group.
he's
Yeah,
always
okay.
in
All
the
right.
clique.
Well, I didn't know if this was earlier
No,
or
this was
something.
This might have been that time frame when I wasn't so good. And You and Fat Kid was all. I don't know, but there was a time there where it was me and Tony doing stupid stuff, and we were Shane and I'll tell it in front of him. Shane and Fat Kid were better than I was for a long time. They were better people. I mean, let's just tell it like it is.
We didn't know it.
And well, I mean, they weren't doing some things that me and Tony was doing. But anyway, yeah, Tony got grounded and called me. He didn't have no ride. They were living in that trailer on 17.
You remember what
15.
he got grounded for?
Nah, he get grounded for every day. It don't matter he's grounded. But they had literally, for one time, Mama Peggy they took every key from him. He had no key, and he run out of snuff. And we didn't have cell phones, so you had house phones. Well, he luckily caught me at the house, and he said, look, if you don't get over here, I'm getting tired of this place apart. I got to have some snuff. Well, I didn't have no money, so I couldn't stop and get him a can of snuff. He said, just come get me. Well, I didn't get there fast enough. And just as I get ready to fall off that hill, I see him coming down the road on a John Deere lawnmower. It's the only key he had in his name, and he's riding the lawnmower to Bowen Grocery.
George Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I remembered that story pretty close to all of it, and it's always been one that's just
the funniest, the greatest one ever. The greatest Tony Harbor story with me and Keno involved.
Pulling a bandit.
No. That
Oh
was
my
Johnny,
gosh,
that's
whose
Johnny
car was
Walker.
that?
That was Johnny Walker's mom, and
Oh,
I hope
that's
she ain't listening
fantastic.
because I just seen her the other day and she still whoop us. But anyway, we'd been hunting all night, and it was late. We were in Tony's daddy's little blue Datsun pickup. Keno was in the middle, and I'm again the pasture door, and Harbor's driving. So all three of us at this time wedged in a Datsun pickup.
yeah, I can imagine.
Coon dogs in the back, and
Intoxicated.
we're coming down Hugh Dunn Davis's road. Shane is sound asleep. I'm again
In the
door.
middle?
Yeah,
That's called passed out, Shane.
I honestly don't think we had drunk a drop that
I don't
night.
believe we have.
I really, honest to
don't.
goodness, Lord, is my hand
I
up.
really
I don't think we drank.
I can't remember.
But
Okay.
anyway, I'm on pasture door, and I knew about where we was. We're going to Keno's house, which is another story. But I know about where we are, so we got to be right at Hugh Dunn's house. Tony, where we at? You don't answer. Of course, you don't ever know if Tony heard you. If he didn't hear you, you just hoped. Tony, where we at? He still didn't say nothing. Well, finally, I woke up, and I raised my eyes up to pitch black. There ain't a headlight on that truck, nothing. And I know the next spot is County Road 26, and it's straight uphill. And he's got that thing pegged wide open.
But he done the safe thing.
Cut the headlights
He
out.
turned the lights off. That way you could see if
See
a
if
car
it
was
was
coming.
Yeah,
He was
absolutely.
being safe about it.
Right,
So-
right. Safety third, maybe,
About
12th.
the time I holler, Harbor! Just like that, he turns the headlights on, and we're airborne across 26. And we land on the other side of the road. Keno's head comes up, hits the roof, comes back down in the seat. We all land in the seat. Tony grabs third gear, and we're sideways headed down County Road 10 to Keno's.
Never missed a beat.
Never.
safe.
Did he even say a word?
No. Oh, no. No.
I mean-
Keno was about to kill him, but because
So you got TBI right now? You got traumatic brain injury from all this?
Yeah, I've been hit in the head so many times. There ain't no telling what's wrong.
And
with
that
me.
Joker is still straight up till
Yeah,
this
it
day.
is.
Oh,
It's
it is.
still just
Yeah.
like
It is.
that.
Yeah.
I could imagine. Was there sparks flying? Had to be sparks flying.
Oh, when we hit the ground, the dog box nearly come out of the truck.
Oh my God, I forgot about the dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bulldogs.
look, when we got to Shane's house, there's mess running out the back of the truck. Them dogs had messed all over.
I get that.
You know, you got to remember from where I lived at that point, that was like the main direction to everybody's house.
Mm-hmm.
David's house, Tony's house. I mean, it was all that direction. So
You was kind of the heart.
we run that road regularly. It's a dirt road too.
Yeah.
You know, a little wood bridge down there below Hugh Dunn's and
Well,
So we didn't do stop signs like you do now.
you
we
know,
done-
Pawpaw taught us that meant slow till others pass.
Well, the thing is we all, if Tony was with you, you're not going to stop. If Tony was not with you, you better stop. Tony may be coming the other way. I mean, because he ain't going to stop.
You had to treat it one way or another. Like he was either
mean,
there
yeah.
or he wasn't.
Every ditch in this whole community was cleaned out because Harbor would go around the stop sign through the ditch and come out the other side.
Somebody started doing that right down here past your house not long ago. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Right there at Dale's?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that made me think of Harbor.
yeah.
It probably was him.
another Tony story. When he lived in that A-frame house over there, I spent the night with him. And think it was Stephanie,
Yeah.
his sisters.
Yeah.
She come in late, and we done made this plan, like, hey, when she gets home, we're going to jump in her car and take off. And we did. She come in, we let her get to bed and go to sleep or whatever. We went and got in her car and took off in it. We pushed it down the road, that long driveway.
Y'all pushed
Oh,
it
yeah.
down the
We
driveway.
pushed it down there, cranked it up. We went and joyriding and went everywhere. And everything went good. We turned back in the driveway, and it's a long driveway. So he was going to get almost there and cut it off and kill
Roll
the
in.
lights and roll up in the driveway. We was going to get out, no harm done. Well, he's doing about 60 up that driveway, and he can't help it. He's like, "Watch this." You got the lights off.
We've almost made it.
Yeah, all we gotta do is stop and get out. Well, we did, but he gets right there close to where he's gonna park it. He grabs the emergency brake, pulls up on it, turns it sideways. We turned the car over. In the front yard. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Was y'all able to just flip it back over?
That's what I was fixing to say. So we jump out, push the car back over, and kind of look at it. We knock the grass off. Mirrors kind of.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So
Was
we,
this just you and Tony?
me and Tony. So we go back in the house, and we get woke up the next morning by Ferris and them hollering at Stephanie, "What did you do to your car?" Because at 2 o'clock in the morning, it don't look that bad, under the street light or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the broad daylight, there's mud and grass and a
Dents.
broke mirror. And she's like, "I don't know what happened to it." And Tony just laid there.
Yeah.
Did he ever confess?
No, he never confessed to nothing.
Did she, did they know?
Did she get grounded?
I mean, I don't really know what happened. I left.
No, you leave after that.
I left. I don't know.
So, why her car? Was y'all old enough to drive at this time?
No.
No, okay, so y'all wasn't 16 yet.
Oh,
We're having
Oh,
fun.
no.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say I didn't know if it was
It
just
had the
something.
key. No, it had the key.
You had the key in it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if y'all were like let's just be mean to my sister, but no, it was just
No.
Ferris and Peggy took their keys out. Stephanie wouldn't.
she wasn't smart enough yet.
Well,
Well,
she just didn't do it because he
Like I
hadn't.
said, that was 40 years ago, so
Yeah.
maybe longer. Who knows why? And I don't know why. I don't know. We just did.
Does she know the story now?
Maybe I don't know.
You hadn't told anybody
I
till right
hadn't
now.
She will after
Oh, I've
today.
told a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a lot of stories too. She could tell. on
Y'all
us,
wrecked
so,
her car in the front yard, and her
Yeah.
parents still don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
So if you don't, yeah, Stephanie, she knows a lot of stories too. So I apologize if she hears this and just now finding out, because she knows a lot of stuff on us too.
Yeah, she knows a lot.
This might be my favorite right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one.
What other good one was you about to say?
Oh, man, you get.
I thought y'all had a favorite.
There's so many. I mean, like the freedom. I guess what I loved about our childhood was the freedom.
Yep. Yep.
There's no phones, no computers. You just went out and did.
Yeah.
And then you may or may not tell somebody what happened at the end of the day,
Yep.
according to how many people got hurt or whatever. But I remember Tony had a flat bottom boat. You remember
Yep. Oh yeah.
that? And his daddy had a reloading machine.
I know where this is going, right?
I don't know how many people's over, but I know it was me. Was you there?
Mm-mm.
It was me and James, Lord rest his soul, Shuffleberger and Tony, and maybe a couple more, but we was just there by ourselves, and flat bottom boat, reloading machine, shotguns,
Ammunition,
ammunition.
gunpowder. That's not good.
So we started out like reloading some shells. Let's make the hottest shell that's ever been loaded. How much powder can you actually put in one? We don't know. Let's try it and see.
Oh yeah.
So we done some of that, and then somebody was down there in the boat, and then it's like, hey, what'd be funny? That guy out there in that boat, what if we just shot it full of holes and sunk him? And we did that too.
Who was in the
I
boat?
can't remember. One of us, I don't know. One was doing the shooting, one was being sunk, so I don't know. But,
That's almost like the guys that a couple of years ago went to jail because they wanted to see how bulletproof their vests actually
That's
were.
exactly.
We didn't have bulletproof vests.
I see that. I'm just saying they were shooting each other at point blank range.
You're looking at two men that has been shot more times than anybody and lived to tell about it.
Yeah, we've been shot before.
We
Friendly
have
fire.
we have hunted with David Green. You're
Yeah.
gonna get shot.
Friendly
Well,
fire.
obviously, friendly fire if y'all are just out there shooting holes in boats to see who sinks faster.
Well, I mean, David was
different.
accidentally shot us.
Yeah.
He was trying to shoot birds, low flying birds.
Across the field,
Right at your face.
Yeah, and
or wherever it went, he didn't let up. He gonna kill the bird.
yeah.
and whoever's behind it.
Oh, Thomas Brown threatened his life.
Yeah. Shot him
Like,
twice.
He shot him twice in the same day, right dead center of the back.
Yeah.
And Thomas Brown was bigger than all of us.
Yeah, well,
And he was fixing to wad David up.
I mean, this is, David's the same guy that keeps rattlesnakes in an aquarium
Yeah,
in the
he
room.
ain't dead center neither.
He
Oh,
Yeah.
a little off.
you got
yeah, a little
sense.
bit off.
Were
little,
you not fishing with him in the creek down there below Bowen the day that he had his backpack on and I'm on top, because I'm horrified. So I'm on the bridge. I think you and him was both wading that creek.
Oh, me and David used to catch. We used to go to ponds at night with a Coleman gas lantern that draws them snakes.
Yeah.
the smell does, I guess.
The light.
Oh, the light.
Yeah, we'd wade out about waist deep, and see, I tell people these stories, and I know they're like, this guy's lying.
Gospel.
There's no way they did it.
Gospel.
We did. We'd have a burlap sack, and we'd wade out there, and them old water snakes, they just come right to you. You just pick them up, put them in the sack. We'd take them trade.
What creek is this?
It's ponds, creeks, anywhere.
Just wherever.
Yeah, we take them trade day and sell them.
Yeah, listen, this day here that I'm telling about, literally I'm on top of the bridge and David's fishing. And I swore you was there. I don't know. Anyway, I hollered snake because you know how your daddy is.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm
horrified.
wondering, like, you knew, I imagine he was already,
Oh,
you
I
were
ain't
already
spending that
terrified
with
of
Dave Green. I don't
snakes.
spend that with Dave Green to this day. It ain't happening.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're still his friend, knowing he used to catch them and sell
But
them at trade
he didn't
day.
keep them in his house. I could stay at his house, but I don't stay at David's. It ain't happening.
I
So,
had one in my tackle box one time.
mm,
Mom would take us from pond to pond during the summer, let us out, stay 2 or 3 hours, come back, drop us at another one. I had one in my tackle box, and she put me out of the car on account of it.
oh yeah.
I bet she did.
Yeah, so David's fishing, right? And
Yeah.
I see a snake. I'm yelling, snake. I'm thinking, get out of the water. David says, tell me when it's in arm's reach.
Yeah.
And he just keeps fishing. Well, next thing I know, I said, now. And he just reaches and grabs it, unzips his backpack, throws it in there, zips it back up, goes right back to fishing.
Don't even, just assuming it was a water snake.
Look, he's the only man alive that we picked up his tractor. And I know Shane is there this day. His daddy told us to move his tractor, right? So I'm standing on the back of it. I've hooked the bush hog up. We got it all hooked up. David picks it up, starts off, and I holler snake again. What's about a copperheads?
Yeah.
David jumps off the tractor and leaves me on it, rolling down the back field while him and Shane's trying to catch them snakes.
You catch copperheads?
We caught them all.
Were you
That
barehanded?
ain't got much sense, man.
Oh, we made
David kept that in a 55-gallon drum, didn't he? Remember he fed it for a long time in that drum.
yeah, I can't remember which one was in there, but you take a PVC pipe and you put a rope through it,
Yeah,
and then come out the end, put a little screw in the side of it, and it makes a loop.
yeah.
The rope, and then it's like, I don't know, 6 foot long. You see the snake, you just run the loop out, put it over his head, and pull it up tight. But yeah,
Okay.
David catch them. David had a lot more than I did. He'd catch them barehanded.
Well, I try to, I caught a few king snakes and black racers, and not many, just a few. And it takes a lot still for me to, even though they're not poisonous, but I'm
Yeah.
still like, hey.
Rattlesnake pretty intimidating.
So,
Oh, yeah.
well, last year I was
They all
like,
kill
I'm
you.
gonna catch a rattlesnake. I was down there in the bluff, and well, I didn't catch one. I didn't find one, but I run across a black racer. It took me 30 minutes to finally just race him down and get
Yeah.
him. And he bit me right across just a little bit. I'd had him 30 minutes finally, playing.
Finally got you.
Oh yeah, and he rode around in the truck with me and everything else. But the other Sunday, the preacher said, "Hey," he's preaching about snakes. He's like, "Anybody in here ever been bit by a snake?" And he's like, raise your hand. I want to know."
Oh, boy, here come my boy.
And I was like, I'm sitting in the back too, and I was like, And apparently there was one other person and me. I finally raised my hand. And he's like, was it venomous? And I was like, no, heck no. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb yet.
Yeah.
But they was like, well, why did it bite you? And I said, well, I've been playing with it for 30 minutes. He'd finally got it, squirmed around enough and got me. And they was like, well, did you kill it because he, and I said, no. I said, well, I aggravated him. I turned him back loose. He's doing his job, but I don't think I want to catch no
We was
rattlesnakes.
at my father-in-law's hunting club one year. I don't know, it was a couple years ago. I'll never forget it. Me and Tyler Kilgo was on a side-by-side, and we was going up there, and they got rattlesnakes everywhere down And he slides that darn side by side sideways. Says, "Snake!" Well, he jumps out with his pistol. Pow, pow, pow. I'm over here nervous. I just reach over and do it just a desk pop, you know. I just pow, and I just put it back up. He's killed it. He reaches over and gets it, puts it in a sack in the back. Well, I scoot all the way up in front of the side by side. I'm turning around. This darn thing's back here, you know. It's doing the wiggle, and I was like, no. I was like, look, dude, that thing might be dead, but it ain't dead. I said, it'll still bite you. So we get back up to where everybody's at the end, or like at the little camp or whatever. Well, he throws it out of the bag. Well, Johnny had a 410, one of them judges, and shot it in the head, make sure it was dead, and they cut the head off. And everybody's like, dude, just touch that snake. And I was like, dude, that's just the devil. He's just laying there. He's like, he ain't got no head. I said, I don't care. It's still the devil. And they was like, just touch it. So I finally reached it, and when I touched that joker, no head or not, it turned around and jumped and struck, and I was done. I said, you can't tell me that right there is pure devil.
That's Satan.
That probably would have made me change
done.
my whole lifestyle too.
I was done. I thought I'd done messed my pants. I was over it. I was. Whew.
So let me tell something right here.
Oh,
if I
gosh.
can. No, this is good. This is what I've been wanting to tell, and I guess since me and you talked the other day, I've been pondering on something, and it's dawned on me. Of course, we know the Lord's got a plan. We all know that. Every one of us in here. We don't understand it. We can't figure it out. But I got to ask this question. I don't know how many years ago. How in the world do you and Shane get together? I've been asked that question multiple times. And here's what I figured out. We were both poor.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we really were. We were both poor. We had a lot in common. We looked alike.
Families had a lot in common.
Families had a lot of common because there was a tie between your mama and my mama and them with the Clantons because mama was raised down there with them. Yeah. Daddy knew them all because he knew everybody, and he was crazy anyway, so they all knew him. But this story is one of my favorites that had to tie us. If anything's ever going to break us, the very first time I spend the night with you would have broke me. I mean, that would have broke most 90% of the people that had any brain at all.
It did break a few of them.
Yeah. So you got to remember Nellie Roof. I love Nellie Roof. She was another mama. And that's the thing. I mean, they were like mamas to us because we were together there more than we were anywhere else in the world.
My mom was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got what you got.
And she didn't care.
If you liked her or not.
Well, I've
And
seen
she
her at the
didn't till
gas.
the days that
I've
she
seen her
died.
enough at the gas station to know she didn't care what you thought about her.
Yeah.
She just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be herself.
So I go over, we're going to spend the night, and I'm kind of on my good behavior, you know, because this is the first night we're going to Shane's house, and I'm going to spend the night. Well, we didn't have air, and he didn't have air. We were trying to get air in that trailer at the time, and we finally got it running, but it might work and it might not. It sure didn't work in my room. So windows are up, and it's hot. I mean, it's hot. So I said, what are we going to do? I mean, we done sweating from being outside all night.
Yeah.
We come in. Now it's even hotter in the house. Well, they're asleep. You can't say nothing. Shane said, I would turn that fan on a minute. Well, unbeknownst to me, this fan is the world's most deadly fan in America.
Well, it is. I got a big scar right there.
So this is when fan
About
was a
took my
fan that
finger
had
off.
steel blades and it had to be a 40-amp motor on it.
Motor's that big.
And when you turned it on, the lights dimmed.
Was it a chicken house fan?
No, it was just one of them oscillating fans. And he had it locked.
Three speed, not like the one you see now.
Not
No,
those little plastic
No,
ones
no.
you see now.
Like every time you flip the switch, the light dimmed again.
Oh my gosh.
And when he turned it on, this is how it starts. And I remember going, oh man, this is great. Well, then it just kept getting faster and faster till I jumped in the bed, and then it was blowing the sheets off the bed, blowing them out the window.
Yep.
Now I'm freezing to death. Then I have to roll up in the cover when that thing's blowing, and you see the curtains blowing out the window all night long. His fan's running, and they ain't no
strong fan.
telling what the power bill was.
Oh my
Strong
gosh.
fan.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever spent the night with him. I'll never forget.
and I
So
don't
it
remember
went
what-
from a heat stroke to almost freezing
Yeah.
to death all
You
because
die
of a fan.
hypothermia by morning. Yeah,
And in the wintertime, you had the other way.
yeah, it was right opposite.
You see your breath.
Yeah.
Oh my
Now I know y'all never stayed in the house where you can see your breath. You probably did. But I know y'all never have.
Not at your house
See,
and fat kids.
when I was young, we had them we built that new house over there. Well, going all the way back to Red Apple, we had a fireplace, and that was it. So
One in the living room.
the living room. So when everybody got ready to go to bed, you just in a room with no heat. I mean, it's cold.
Yep.
See your breath. And we moved in, built a new house, and you know, they just built what they could afford. So
Right.
had some gas heaters in it. So it would get cold in that house too. You can see your breath in the bedrooms because, you know, just because you had heaters, that don't mean you run them at night. That's a
Waking
waste
up
of-
cold is
that's a
like
waste
the
of
worst
fuel,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
So at night, you know, you might turn one on in the kitchen or something like that, just kind of knock the chill off. But you're gonna see your breath in your bedroom.
Got to throw another blanket on the bed.
A lot of people wasn't used to that. So people come over spend the night with me. They're like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
We're gonna freeze to death
Well,
in here. I had one guy get up and went and got in the shower. I said, man, that's a big mistake.
That's a no.
Big mistake. Yeah, he goes and gets in the shower thinking he's gonna get warmed
Yeah.
up. It's fine when you're in there in the bathroom, but
Then
you
when
gotta come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
it's
comes
still
back in
45
yeah.
degrees outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes. He's like, I told you.
Gonna be done. Gotta be tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
School ride.
what's your favorite Nelly Roo story?
School ride. I know where that was headed. Yeah. I'd pull up every morning to pick him up, and Nelly Roo come out on the porch and spit and go, 1 minute.
that means I just had got up.
So no, not this day. I'll never forget this day. She goes back in. You can hear her because the windows are up. She cuts that turbine off. Shane, get up. Daryl's here. I ain't going to school today. Yes, you are. No, I ain't. Tell him to go. She'd come back to the door. She'd spit off a porch. She'd go, 1 minute. I had the car cut off because I'd done neither routine. Goes back in there and she says, Shane, get up out of that bed. I'm going to call the law. He said, call him. I still ain't going. She'd come back to the door. He'll be right here. Shane, if you don't get out of that bed, I'm going to call Charles Carroll. And you'd hear his feet. Doop, doop, doop. There he'd go.
Charles is a little more intimidating than the law.
Oh, I promise you his daddy would. If he had to come home from work to get him.
Did you get to his house early knowing this, or
Oh,
was y'all
yeah.
late for school?
Yeah, you better get there early. You're going to be late.
Well, I mean, it wasn't no guarantee we was going to school anyway.
No.
I mean, that
How many ponds? How many
there ain't no
ponds?
telling. There ain't no telling.
There's school books and pencils in every pond on this whole property mountain. Let me back up. I'll just say that.
In
this
this whole
mountain.
Ironic Rodentown community,
Everywhere.
Crossville.
If you see a pond, it's got a book or a pen in it.
When I was young, riding the school bus, you know, 7, 8 year old, I heard Mama tell somebody this one time. You know, they're talking about their kids and all that, and getting kids on the bus, and she's like, "Well, you know, it's one thing, but just cause he got on that bus don't mean he's gonna get off at that schoolhouse in Crossville."
Yeah.
'Cause I would go up there and cut a deal with a bus driver, like, "Hey, my mama told me if I didn't get feeling better, I could get off here," and she'd come pick me up. She's like, "Okay." She just let me off at some. Most time it was Tracy Hooper's. Tracy Hooper would
Poor
get on
Tracy.
the bus and I'd get off the bus.
Poor
And-
Tracy.
Yeah, and I'd hit the woods and mess around all day long and kind of time it. I didn't have no watch, no cell phone, so I just kind of time it to where I'd walk right back up in the yard by the time the bus come by.
That'd work out good. Just
I'd
get on the
walk
bus.
in, you know, like they're like, "How'd your day go?" "I'm good." Doing good."
Good at school.
Well, I mean, he had the rhythm. He never had books and pencils. So he
Yeah.
had to be
So
doing
it's
all
no
his work at
different.
school.
Right, yeah.
It's all in ponds.
Man, we got a smart kid. I mean,
Yeah.
he don't have to bring books
That's
home
right.
or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm always so proud.
We turned smart when they passed no pass, no play. We
Yeah.
turned real smart
Yeah,
that
we had
day.
to do something in,
Yeah.
at least a little bit.
Yeah, we got that. We got
to
that
get
handed
by.
to us.
What about in school? Let's talk about school.
Oh Lord.
Obviously, we could get paddlings all the way till I was out of school. I don't know when that stopped. Did y'all still get paddlings your senior year?
No, man.
It already quit? So that was quick, give or take 4 years. Dumbest thing you ever got a paddling for?
I can tell you real quick. Shane Harder and Keith Payne. We didn't do absolutely nothing, and we was going to get a paddling.
Oh yeah,
Everybody?
And we were absolute innocent as we could be for the first time in our life. We had done no wrong, and it was Shane and Keith had done something. I don't know what it was. And they're going to bust us. We send us right. And she, let me back up. She says, "You two, you and you, go to the principal's office,
Talking
and
to them.
I'll tell you right now, you two just go with them."
Yeah.
So here
Y'all
we
too?
went.
Both
Yeah.
had-
Yeah, and we were innocent.
I didn't do anything.
Of course, my desk was right beside her. She had
Yeah.
moved me all the way up to her desk so she could keep eye on me.
Not because you was a teacher's pet.
No, no, far from it. But So I just jumped up, slammed the desk. I thought, all right, I ain't done nothing this time. I ain't taking
He
one.
thought he was golden. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get nothing this time.
That's
your
right.
woman.
Walked in there with that chest out in it.
Yeah.
Hey, we went up there and he said, all right, boys. He said, everybody going to get one lick. I said, no, sir, I ain't getting one today. I didn't do nothing. And he said, all right. He said, that'll be fine. Said, I'll need a note from here for your daddy tomorrow and him to be up here at 9:15. And it dawned on me, it's prom week. I said, do we have to be at school all day to go to prom? He said, yep. I said, what about me? He said, you ain't going to prom. You got to have your daddy up here. And I said, I'll take the lick.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I sure
So
did.
who gave you this paddling?
Mr. Owens.
Was he who's the principal?
Oh, yeah.
Was he the
He's
hardest?
dead and gone now.
Hardest lick now. Mr. Hayes hit me harder than anybody. Mr. Hayes had an uppercut because he was shorter than everybody.
Mr. Hayes, was that Shanna's Stacker's great granddad?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Broke backwards.
Run backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Little bitty guy.
Oh, you picked my feet up off the ground.
I mean, he wasn't old his whole life.
Well,
man.
well, he still
Oh,
wasn't.
he was old then, though.
Hayes.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't big. I mean,
Yeah,
he was.
still a little
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but I'm
Dude, that
kidding.
dude could write. He'd come in there on Dr. Seuss Day for us
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
start writing
That's
both ways.
unbelievable.
I was like, what?
I might be the only man that's ever got a paddling by his football coach in a field house. You remember that?
Was it Bobo or Hibbs?
Hibbs.
Oh, yes, he
I got one from Bobo for I was acting up in Miss Two Stories. You know Miss Watkins, little bitty lady, Helen Watkins.
The one at the diner. She usually eats at the diner. You've seen that was blackhead. Always gives me a hug. Little short one.
Yes,
Sweet,
yes,
little-
yes, yes,
little
yes.
bitty-
Okay,
At the
yeah.
little bitty-
cafe.
Yeah.
Little
It's
bitty
cafe.
sweet
I'm
lady.
sorry.
Yeah.
She was I can't remember what grade she
Yes.
taught, but I was acting up a little bit, and she just threatened me with a paddle, and I'm like,
Bring it on, lady.
"Come on, let's get one. You don't give me two." You know, I'd forgot Coach Bobo was right next door.
Yeah.
She said, "Well, come on, I'll give you one." I'm like, "Let's go." So we walked out, and
She went knocking.
She walked right past me and went, "Coach Bobo, can you come?" I thought,
Oh,
well,
golly.
she's got to have,
have
a
a
witness.
witness.
She got to have a witness. I'm
Yeah.
still all right. And she just changed it. She handed him the paddle and said, "I'll be the witness." He tore me up.
I heard Coach Bobo was
Yeah.
could
Oh.
light you up.
But Hibbs told us, like, don't be late to the field house for 6th period.
Yep.
And we drag in, you know, it was like off season, but we were supposed to be
Still had to be there.
Work. Working out,
Be
yeah.
out there working out, doing things. And
Why didn't y'all bring your rings? My gosh, why didn't y'all bring
don't
your
know.
rings?
Why don't we ever?
so we was dragging, and he told us many
State champs,
times,
86.
don't be late, don't be late. So we get there one day, and we're talking, and grab a door, and it's locked. I'm like, man, they've locked us out, you know. I don't know who was with me, 2 or 3 of us.
With me, I was in there.
So we tapped on the door, and Coach Hill just kind of like cracked the door open and said, "Oh, how are y'all doing? Come on in."
He was looking forward to
Yeah,
this.
he had a paddle in his hand, and he tore us up for being late.
So, probably how many you think you got, both of y'all?
We had, well, I don't know. We went to principal's office 11 times our junior year.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
So was your
it was all one teacher though.
was your
Yes.
dumbest paddle in the same as the day that y'all were innocent?
I don't know if it was his. That was mine.
So the rest of them, you felt like you probably
deserved
deserved them.
Look, and she owed me that one, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we didn't get away with it. I
No.
mean, we didn't we weren't mistreated. We got by with a lot more. Than
Oh, yeah.
What we
So,
could.
so you're looking at the only 2 people in history that got by with something in Coach Bobo's class. That was the dumbest thing that has ever been on the planet. So Coach Bobo started your year off with slamming the paddle down on the desk.
Yeah,
Every
gotta
class,
get your attention.
Slam it. He prop up. I mean, you think it busted it, you know? And he said, "We're not gonna have a problem here, are we?" But you know, the girls
Probably
panicked.
not.
What year did he probably retire?
Man, I don't know. He moved all the way to assistant principal after we left. So.
He's there a good while after we
Or-
left.
Okay,
What-
I mean,
wasn't
because
he
I had,
principal?
you know, I had some of
90s.
our. Was he
Was
one
he
of
not
the
principal
assistant
for a year or two?
We had
year elementary.
Cassidy as our head principal. Was he our probably
yeah, he
our
was like in the
assistant?
elementary or something. Yeah, our assistant something.
Well, okay, because you know I had some of our teachers that graduated from Crossville
Oh yeah.
would throw that
Oh yeah.
same move at us. So I imagine they had to get it from
Oh yeah.
somebody.
So anyway, you know, he had the majority of the football team, but there was a few in there that wasn't football related. Well, the one thing nobody ever knew about Coach Bobo, with it, me and Keno knew very well, was he's scared of rats. So somehow a rat got loose in his class, and it went in the vacuum cleaner. Me and Keno, well, first off, let me say this. Shane was going to sit behind one year and sit in the back. I sat on the front because I knew we was going to wind up in the front bench anyway. Yeah. And Shane goes to making bad grades. And Coach Bobo said, hey, Ross, you don't get your buddy out from back there, he going to fail.
Yeah, and I would have.
So I had to tell Keno, move up here
What
beside
class? Was this
me.
history or
Yes,
something?
it was history. So I had to tell him, and this was in the top of the gym. We were in the top of the gym back then. Yeah. So I had to get him up there, and he's sitting beside me now. Well, me and him both simultaneously see this rat go in this vacuum cleaner. Well, Coach Bobo leaves. I don't remember if he ever saw it. And I don't think he saw it. I think he just left to go do something. Well, we know that we're responsible now because we're sitting right in front of it. If that rat comes out and he's in here and we knew it, we're dead meat.
Yeah.
So while he's gone, Shane makes a hangman's noose.
I forgot all about this.
I got a rubber band and a pencil. And we're going to get somebody to get that vacuum cleaner. Now, you got to remember, here's his 2 starting offensive guards, right and left guard. We're in our jerseys, laying in
So this is game day.
Oh, yeah, it's Friday. We're laying in the floor, and I got the rubber band and the pencil pulled back. We're getting somebody to come shake the vacuum cleaner thinking that he's either going to catch the rat in the hangman's noose or I'm going to shoot it with his pencil.
I got a snare belt.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, we hear somebody come up, lean over our back, and it's Coach Bobo.
Yeah.
And here's his 2 guards laying in the floor. I can't say what he said.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, what y'all doing is the abbreviated way. And we tell him there's a rat in there. And he said, well, have y'all caught it? We said, no. He said, well, then keep on.
Stay right there.
Did y'all get it?
No, I never did come out. Probably gone 30 minutes ago.
I was telling somebody, he's talking about it, class being up in the gym. It looked out over the practice field. And we was out there and was making paper airplanes, throwing them out the window.
Surely not.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't a lot of fun. You know, that wasn't a lot of fun.
No.
So we started lighting them on fire and throwing them out the window. And see, I know I tell y'all this stuff, you're like, there's no way y'all done this. in
No,
school.
I believe it because I know what my stupid
But I
classmates
mean,
did.
the people out there, they're like, there's no way they did this. We did. We did. We lit them on fire and threw them out.
Throw them out the window.
And then we got to looking, and we set the grass on fire down there on the side of the school.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're like, hey, we'll be back in a minute. And we went out. and
Had to
right
stomp the grass
Had to go
out.
stomp the fire out. We didn't, school burned down. But
Yeah.
yeah, we did that.
Well, my classmates, not me. I really didn't do this. I was in like Dupree's class, like 3rd period maybe, and then 5th period, his lunch class. I know it was lunch class because I know when they would get through warming their lunch up, they would warm other things up, like a calculator.
Yeah.
One calculator on high in a microwave will smoke the whole side of a schoolhouse on
sure
fire.
it would.
I mean, it will like evacuate the building, and it wasn't good. Which luckily, like I said, I wasn't. I was in the good class. That it was my classmates, but it was just 5th period instead of 3rd. They super glued his key in his lock. Super glued his water bottle to his desk one day. We went to pick it up and couldn't. And I think his stapler to his desk. And oh my gosh, like so much. But Dupree paddled, and he loved to paddle. Like he like if you don't do your work, you're gonna fail. So you're already in trouble for failing. But he's like, I like paddling so much. If you miss 3 assignments, in 9 weeks, you get a paddling. That was my first paddling. I was so scared to go home. I was like, I'm just going to get it ISS because I didn't get in any trouble ever. And then I had to go tell him I got in-school suspension because I don't want to get a paddling. Well, then that's going to be worse. So I just go back the next day, and Dad's like, well, why aren't you doing your home? I got to tell him, well, I've missed 3 homework assignments. So now I've got to deal with that, plus either in-school suspension or a paddling.
Dude, just take the lick.
And I was like, man, I've made it this long. I don't want to get a paddling. But yeah, I took the paddling, and by gosh, Dupree would light you
You
up.
could hear him. You could hear him echo.
Oh, it was
hall.
Mr. Gary. Did y'all have Mr. Gary?
Yeah.
Ricky Gary?
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, but he wasn't teaching then. He was doing something else.
I had to go to truancy court with Cody one time. And all people go with somebody to truancy court. You know?
The guy that never went to school.
Yeah, I mean, he's in trouble because he's like, they've made this big rule up there at Boaz. If you was, as soon, they had somebody standing by the door. And as soon as that clock hit, whatever it was,
7:42.
Ding.
click, they just lock the door on you. You could be standing there. You know, they wouldn't let you in. You had to go all the way around and go through the process, get the late pass. You know, most of his tardies was 2 or 3 minutes or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, then I get a letter saying I got to go to truancy court. So I did. We go down there, and the judge, we're waiting in line to see the judge, and I'm so mad, I'm going to get put in jail down here, you know. So we walk up there, and he just looks at him and says, you know, hey, you're old enough to be getting to school on time. I know you can't drive, but, you know.
No, then it become your fault.
Yeah, well, I was waiting, you know. I didn't say a word. And he, you know, he's like, you're old enough to get up. I know it ain't your fault. Just, I'm looking, and most of them just a minute or two. I'm like, yeah, that's because they locked the door, you know, won't let you in. He said, I understand. He said, well, all right, y'all take care of this. I ain't worried about it. Y'all take care of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going with him with truancy court.
Yeah, that's great. You're definitely the right person to be there.
Yeah, I tried like missed 40 days, you know, in school 1 year.
Anybody that gets off the bus at somebody else's house
Yeah.
and goes out in the woods and
Oh, yeah.
fishing and
Gotta
snake
go to
catching
truancy
and then
court.
catches back up later that afternoon,
Oh, yeah.
it's up in truancy court
You know,
with
they
their
got a
kid.
rule now, I think, when you get your CDLs to drive a bus, you gotta, when you when you empty your bus out, you gotta walk all the way back checking for kids. Because I do that a lot. I would lay down in the back seat.
Would you go to sleep or would you just?
I just lay back
just-
there and let everybody get off. And you know where they used to park the buses?
Oh, yeah.
Down there behind the gym.
Yep.
I just ride down there behind the gym, and then when he left, I get off the bus and go do what I
Oh,
want.
this was in the mornings.
Yeah, more.
Okay.
That's
That way
if
you
I
didn't have to go to school.
yeah.
Well-
if I couldn't get off on the way, I just wait till we got.
It would almost be funnier just one time to do it in the afternoon, just see how far they get.
Yeah.
But then realize they didn't.
Yeah.
They got to carry you all the way
Yeah, but
back home
then
now.
They didn't have phones, dude. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, we
can't
didn't
call
have
mama.
phones.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. Bus driver's got to turn around and drive
She's
you all the way
mad,
back to
yeah.
wherever. And now the bus driver hates
So
you
that's
even
why
more.
the Tracy Hooper story was so funny because I didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
You know, did you go to 10-year reunion? You did. I don't think you did.
Long time ago, y'all.
Well, Shane was anti going back to them. He didn't care nothing about going to 5. I know you didn't go to 5.
I was anti-schools.
Yeah,
Right,
he was
I mean,
anti
obviously.
everybody else.
Remind me of school, I ain't going.
Yeah, but Tracy Hooper's always, she told it at the 10th year reunion, you know, they asked that goofy question about what's your favorite memory about going to school? And
Shane
Hers-
not going to school.
hers was right off the bat. She said, I was always going to be late, and I always had to pick Darrell up because his
His
car was
car
broke
broke
down.
down?
his car's in the ditch.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you know, with my paddling, I was like nervous, you know, to tell you. Did you even tell Pawpaw, or did you just,
Now,
does he know about any of
Papa
them?
knew you was stupid, man.
look, it didn't matter what I told your papa, y'all were gold. I was still the bad guy even then, so it didn't matter.
No, he
Well-
was talking about, I think, when you was in school.
Yeah,
you
did he
tell
ever
Papa?
know
Oh,
about any-
Lord, no.
Same way with
No,
you?
You talking
You
about
just kept it
Yeah.
in school? You didn't go home to mom and daddy?
Oh, no. Well,
Look,
me and
Like,
Darryl
they didn't
talked
make
about-
letters or nothing like that back then for people getting in trouble.
No.
Yeah, see,
no.
like, if you got a pink slip with us, I was like, make your
At
parents
one
go home
time,
and
you had
sign
to
it.
sign it. Yeah.
That's stupid.
That was the worst part of my
You
whole
give my
life
mom and
was
daddy
like,
sign this
if I've
paper?
got to get my dad to sign this,
Yeah.
No, they
I'm gonna. Y'all,
I mean-
I like looked at them. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
ain't
If I
getting there ready
take,
to
if
sign
this
it.
goes home,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
make
Yeah.
it
That's
back.
called the Shane Carroll policy.
Well, I mean, if they did do that, I didn't take them home, so I don't know. They may
Somebody
have-
else signed
Yeah, I
it or
didn't know.
whatever. You know. And honestly, I was too scared to be like, sign this.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
You know. But like I said, I didn't. He only knows about the one. I think
You
I did.
know-
I did get a second paddling later, but it was
Well,
it was
we,
bull crap.
we tell all this, and it's funny, but we didn't disrespect anybody.
No.
Like our teachers, we were respectful to them. We
Oh,
didn't,
yeah.
you know, we didn't. We just did
Just
things.
Yeah.
stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
But
did
you were
stuff.
just
Kids.
us.
Yeah, we just
See,
having fun.
my class was
We didn't intend on. We wasn't out there
To hurt
intentionally
nobody,
hurt anybody.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
And
see-
Shuffleberger might have.
Yeah, well, he might have.
Yeah, him and Thomas would wear musk cologne to get Miss
Yeah.
Blessing to get to sneezing and coughing and have
Yeah.
an allergy attack.
You know, and that right there in English class, she was always assigning work that we didn't want to do. And teacher, you believe that? Assigning
Assigning work?
That's so crazy, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Mark fat kid, Mark Phillips, he always done real good in her class, and he always done the work.
He was smart.
He was, and well, we could have been too if we'd
Where's this?
actually tried.
If y'all learned how to read in
That's
first
probably-
grade instead of
Well,
throwing
yeah.
your books in the pond.
And
Our grades were pretty similar because we sat side by side.
yeah, but what would make? I remember you could ask Mark to this day, and he'd tell you this. He'd do all the work. I'd come floating in there, didn't have nothing,
Ain't there's in the pond.
you know, and he's like, "You not doing none of your work?" I said, "No, I'll get through it somehow or another." So anyway, we had to do like a 2-page report on a current event. Just go home, read the paper, write a 2-page paper of a current event. Mark done his, had it all ready, turned it in, you know, and she's like, "Shane, you ain't got anything to turn in?" I'm like, "No, I don't." I said, "I left it at home. I'm sorry." You know, and she's like, "Well, you can bring it tomorrow."
Bring it tomorrow.
I said, "Okay," but we had to get up there and read our 2-page story in front of the class.
Oh, Lord.
And it got to my turn, and she's like, "Well, you may have to do yours tomorrow." I said, "Well, I said, "I can do mine now." I said, I got it memorized." And old Mark's over there going, are you really going to believe him, you know? So I get up there, and I said, "Yeah." So I got mine from out of the Sand Mountain Reporter. I said a man was going down 59, and he had a flat, and he was out there changing it. 2 guys jumped him and mugged him, and I just told his whole, just made it every bit up as I went, you know, every single bit of it. And when I got done, she's just like, "Oh my, that is so wonderful. You know, I can't believe you remember that." And Mark's over there just throwing his stuff in the floor.
Made a B plus. You got
And you know, stuff like that. We had a ball. We had a ball. You know, and
Well, I was on the golf team my 9th and 10th and 11th. Pawpaw Pounds always went with me. Just because he loved golfing. Oh my gosh, wanted me to be a golfer. You hit the ball forever, Tyler. Well, I couldn't hit it straight, but anyways, we had a golf match. Mr. Jackson was the golf coach, but he also had his CDL. So
Dirty
you know,
J.
Dirty J. He could drive the bus, you know, to and from the golf match. Well, we had Miss Pointer. Diane Pointer was the girls' golf coach, and we had, you know, both teams were on the bus together, and all the guys, all the guy golf players was like, "Tyler, you won't give Mr. Jackson a wet willy?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I probably shouldn't." And every single player said, "You won't do it." And I was like, every one of y'all are saying that, you know? So I was like, "Well, I got to."
no faith.
You know, and he's the bus driver, and it's nighttime. You know, we are now at nighttime. We're on our way home, and I mosey up there.
So a guy driving a bus.
Guy driving a bus, and they told me I wouldn't. It was majority rules. Everybody said I wouldn't. You know what?
Yep.
You got to. So I give him a wet. I mean, I just stick my finger in his ear, and he's like, "Are you a moron?" You know, and I'm like, "Well,
Probably.
you know, yeah." He's like, "Number one, I'm driving 20 people on a bus, and number two, we're passing a car." So we get back, and he's like, "You want it, Miss Pointer's here now, so I can do it now with a witness, or I can do it tomorrow." I was like, "We'll just do it tomorrow." And I was like, you know, he'll forget about it. You know how many times Dad threatened me and Avery, and we just kind of play it off, you know? And I was like, he'll forget about it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, next day, you know, he didn't forget about it. And he's like, "I'll be honest, I get it." He was
Peer pressure.
cool as all. He said, "Everybody told you wouldn't do it. I mean, you had to do it. But do you realize I was driving a bus
With 20 kids.
with students on the bus? It was nighttime, and we were meeting a car at the same time." He's like, "I have to do this for safety reasons." And I'm like, "I get it, whatever, you know." And but you know, I don't know if I ever told you that, but yeah, there's that one. So
While we're on the Jackson store subject, I don't know who y'all's ag teacher was.
Raymond Hamilton.
But he's going to be very upset, and I'm sorry that I'm telling the story, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it. I was in ag 52 times. It felt like I went to every elective I could get in ag, and we had hunter safety. Well, I done passed under safety. So I was like, man, I'm just in here again. So I just laid down on the desk, and he's over there giving his speech about hunter safety and how we got to take this test. Well, I just laid my head down. And he's like, so what I'm going to need you to do in this class is pay attention, unlike this pump. And he had a piece of, I don't know, like a piece of PVC. He reached over and popped me on the back. And
I forgot.
I was like, God, that kind of hurt, you know? I was like, stung a little bit. And I didn't think nothing about it. And he didn't either. I mean, I just had my head down. And after the end of the class, Briley and Bruce are sitting behind me, and she's like, did that hurt? Because it popped really loud. I said, yeah, look at it. And I pulled my shirt up. And Jackson come up and grabs my shirt and jerks it down.
Oh.
He said, do not raise your shirt, period. And I was like, okay. You know, and I was like, what is it? You know, he's like, go to the bathroom right now. Well, I go to our bathroom in DeKalb County, which is great in Crossville, and there's holes in the floor, you know.
So
we had to walk
same
around
shop
it,
y'all was in.
and it's still there.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
pretty sure. So we walk over there, and he's like, look at your back. So I was like, turn around, I look in the mirror, and there's a welt on my back about that long, and it's raised up purple. He's like, do not. He's like, I'm going to call your parents. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, that's pretty bad. I was like, look, dude, I had my head down. It was my fault, technically. He's like, no. He's like, do not show anybody. I could lose my job, Avery. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to tell him. You're the
no
last
doubt,
person
but
here that I'm going to tell on, I promise. I was like, you know more about me than a lot of these people do, you know? So we go on, and I'm pretty sure he calls mom or called dad. I don't know.
He called me.
And told
I think
her.
he called mom.
And yeah, because when I got home, mom's like, raise your shirt up. And I was like, oh, I done forgot. I done had football practice. Done been hitting the head 52 times. And she's like, raise your shirt up. And I was like, is this a trick or something? And so I pick up my shirt and I take it off. And she looks and she's like, what did Mr. Jackson do? And I was like, he hit me with a piece of pipe in ag first period, you know? And she's like, well, he said it's bad. And I was like, well, do you see it? She's like, no. I was like, well, then obviously it wasn't too bad. I was like, we're okay. I was like, he panicked because he thought he was fixing to get fired.
Yeah.
I was like, and we're good.
He calls me. I'm going to tell him you already hit him hard.
Yeah,
He's asleep.
I was sleeping in class.
There's no
anybody
telling
will get
how
in
many
trouble.
people. I mean, I guess everybody. If I spent the night or teachers or whatever, you know, treat them like they're yours. You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. You know, you can't do that no more.
So I wonder if we could get statute of limitations has got to be 40 years or less, ain't it? So we're still good.
Yeah,
So our stories were.
I don't know, be sure now.
Well,
Hey, it's called
So-
Legends, Lies, and Liberty,
no,
so we
this
can get
is-
away with
There
it.
ain't no lying going on. And that's what people.
Well, I'm
ain't
just
gonna
saying
believe.
we can say that if
They're
we need
not
to.
gonna believe these stories are true. But Charles Carroll, I love Charles Carroll like another daddy, and I still miss him because he was such a dry. I wish y'all could have met him. He was so funny, but he had to have owned the most coffee cups in America. Like, there's nobody on this planet that ever had more coffee cups because every time we
Do
got
I know
in
where
that
this
truck,
story's going?
oh yeah,
Hey,
every
you
time.
gotta set it up though. You gotta, this wasn't.
No. They're real ceramic coffee cups.
Yeah, and the thing about it was people made coffee
Yeah.
before they left the house.
Yeah.
And you took a regular coffee cup
Yeah.
to your vehicle and you
Yeah.
know, now.
So every time we was
Every day.
going in this pickup truck, which had me and Shane eventually got straight pipes put on, no muffler whatsoever,
Surely not.
3-speed on the column, and we could rattle every window in DeKalb County easily. Like we could fix this truck no matter what happened to it. Me and him could get this truck going. But every time we come to a stop sign, one of them cups would roll out in the floor, and they'd hit Shane's foot, and Shane would just pick it up and throw it out the window. And that went on for years
Yeah.
and years. And he'd be like, I don't know where all my coffee cups go. I don't know where, and I don't know how
How many
old we
signs
were.
did y'all hit with these coffee cups?
So look, we've hit.
Hit them with a bumper jack.
That's exactly where I was going.
No, a hydraulic jack.
Yeah, y'all took it straight down,
Plumb out of
didn't
the
you?
all the way
ground.
down.
Plumb out of the ground.
Oh
Like
gosh,
a
yeah,
10-ton hydraulic
Oh
jack.
yeah.
yeah.
Throw it at it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, corn stalks.
Wow.
Like I said,
I know.
we wasn't trying to hurt nobody. We just
just saying what would happen.
You remember when we were going to, and this is kind of a weird deal because I don't remember why. So there was a time frame when we were getting towards the end of our school years when we was going ball game. That would be you and Fat Kid, or me, you and Fat Kid riding together. But somehow or another we got busted up for a little while, and then this night that we're playing Sardis it was me and you in your daddy's truck again. And I cannot remember why or how that we wound up in his truck. But Sardis had painted all them signs. They put signs up all the way coming to Crossville that night.
Yeah, I remember that now.
And Keno just got madder and madder. The further we went towards Crossville, we see another sign. So Keno just starts running off the road and hitting them. Wham! We was knocking signs into obliterate.
You couldn't hurt that old truck.
So
But I don't know why we got back. I mean, that had to be senior year because that's the first time we played them.
did y'all win?
Oh, no, don't even mention that. But, yeah, we're not going
Hold
there.
on.
Well-
86 was a close game, right?
No, we didn't play Sardis. We didn't play Sardis again until our senior year. That's the
So-
night it was real close. That was a ball game. I don't care. They won. They beat us. But you talk about a ball game.
So y'all didn't play them in the 86 15-0 year.
No, we never played them then.
Lane, how much older is Lane? He's older than you, ain't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't on that team, so he didn't.
No, this would have been.
I thought he was telling me about one time when y'all beat them
They may have played them in '85. That would have been before the state championship year.
and y'all won, but he said something about the refs, and it was at Crossville. It might not have been Crossville, but anyway, okay,
No,
y'all didn't play in
We played them
86.
when Tony Holland was senior, Wayne Shirley. Golly, what was the quarterback's name? It was so good. Gazaway.
Well, Gasway wasn't quarterback.
No, but we had all that bunch that played, and they were good. They were just as good as we were. I mean, it was
Dogfight.
the only loss we had was we got beat Bonniana that year, and they were undefeated, and they were coming to our turf.
Sardis was undefeated.
Yeah, and they were coming to our turf, and we hadn't been beaten 26 games on that field. I mean,
They
it
beat
was
y'all.
it was standing
At
room
home.
only. It was packed, and it was region championship.
That was the kudzu and the
Yeah, it was
out
still
there then?
Yeah, yeah, because it was whoever won it was region champ, and the other one was runner up. It was that game, and they beat us. But yeah, Keno was. I mean, I don't know how many signs
Yeah.
we knocked down going to that game that night. But that's always eluded me is why we wound up back in your truck. I guess it was our last game at home. We went back like we started, I guess, but we took out.
Well,
God.
see, that's the difference now, though. Like, those signs fueled your rage.
Yeah.
Now kids are just
Oh,
like,
they fueled his rage. That's why we started running over him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, you got mad. Now kids are
Yeah.
just like, it is what it is. No, it's not like that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no camaraderie. You don't get mad.
So
at
this
it. They just
tie,
take it.
this tie was so tight. Since you're on that, every time we were captains together. That's what was the most amazing thing I've ever watched, and I look back at that now, because when we got beat Bonniana that year, it was tie. It was 35-28, something like that. I mean, it was a ball game too, but I mean, they were massive. Like they were massive.
Oh yeah. Well, you remember when they was number one and
Yeah.
Avery and them played them
Yeah.
at home and they threw that trick play and Avery scored and
Yeah.
the rest was so confused they just threw a
just
flag.
brought it back.
They literally just
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
like
seven to
Crossville's not gonna have a freaking chance,
First
you
play
know.
of the game.
Yeah.
And
But
Avery,
I'm talking right out the gate.
they run a trick play. Avery was down in a 3-point stance like he was a lineman
I
and
couldn't get in the 3-point stance. I just had to put my hands kind of like this
Yeah,
because I
and
couldn't be
He was
a
on the
lineman.
line though.
Yeah.
but he was eligible, but
Kind
he
of like a tackle eligible.
My left tackle was over here in a wideout position
Yeah.
with 3-point.
yeah,
three-point
but here's the
stance.
thing: he wasn't. You can go back. The play was legal, but the referees was like,
They were bumfuzzled.
Wow.
"This is first off, this is Crossfield that just scored on number
number
one
one
Aniana flag."
Yeah.
Oh, it
Like it's coming back,
We're
and
not
I
having
mean,
it.
like even if they let it stand, that's probably the only touchdown they're going to score tonight.
Absolutely.
You know, and I was so upset. I was like, "That was the greatest play I've ever seen."
There was nobody, dude. I
Yeah.
just stood there like this. And just
See, that's the
thought
way they
couldn't.
done us that night. When we got down there, they had welcome 1986 in big bold letters, state champions in our locker room. So that we was pretty hot. I mean,
Yeah.
we was ticked. And they run a 50 front, so me and Keno had linebackers all night. You know, we were going to be. It was going to be a field day for us because I don't care who you was back then. Me and him was $170, $180 at guard. You ain't gonna get out from a linebacker. We're gonna get you.
we're
You're
gonna
not.
catch you.
You're gonna get caught. You're not gonna make the play. But anyway, back to where I was headed with that. Coach was mad, like violent mad, and I'm talking about like we had not seen Coach Hibbs this way since he had his underwear chewing us out at Glencoe. and we're taking a butt chewing from a coach in his underwear. But me and Keno's like, it can't be. I mean, we played good. Our linebacker didn't make a play.
Yeah.
That's when we had the individual meeting.
Yeah. So we're dreading it. Like, we don't know it's coming. It's a butt chewing coming.
So
And,
after the loss,
after
y'all
the
had
game.
individual
So Saturday
meetings with the coach.
Yeah, so Saturday, I don't know where we went, but we went somewhere. Me and him watched the film, like trying to figure out what we done so
We're like,
wrong.
Man, we didn't do that bad.
Yeah, and that's the way we're running over it in our head. So all day at school, we're sweating, we're dying. I mean,
Well,
it was Sunday for
But
the
you
film.
remember he said, though, at the end of that game, I don't have a starter here.
Yeah, there's not a starter here.
Every position.
Everybody's
wide
lost
Yeah.
their jobs.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure it
wide
out.
open.
And so
That'll pucker you up.
we're getting ready to go. And I believe this was on a Sunday because I believe we went to the field house for those meetings instead of Monday. It was. Yeah, it was. So we're dreading it. I mean, like, me and him are like, we're in this together. We're going down because we're the two guards, you know.
Yeah, 'cause I'm like, I wonder what position I'll play now.
Yeah, or if I ever touch a field again. So everybody's coming out, and you can tell they've been eat up.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been, and he waited to the dead blame
Y'all are
last thing. Yeah. We go walking in, and I had to be as white as this cup. I mean, because we've tried everything, literally rationalizing how we messed that game up. We walk in, and he goes, and you two didn't play that bad. Y'all are captains this week.
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
So he saved y'all for last to tell you he was
my
captain.
goodness. And it just so happened that was Geraldine week. So we got to be captains at Geraldine week. Which two times that year we was captain. But it was just I don't know, you look back over our life and there's so many things. It's funny how we're tied together and everything we done and everywhere we went. And when I went to the class reunion, I walked in the door and I said, where's Keno? Because they're expecting him to be with me.
What's even better is your real brother's name's Shane.
Yeah.
And nobody believes y'all are brothers, but everybody thinks that y'all are brothers.
That's right.
So,
Everywhere.
that is pretty, I guess, unique in itself right there. But
And now we're tied together again. I mean, the Lord's called him to preach, and I'm
50.
preaching. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
you had to learn how to read since how you didn't do it in school.
Right
Didn't you?
beside where he grew up. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
See how long
Small world.
it takes for the hard-headed people sometimes.
Yeah.
But he don't.
You
give
know, there's
up.
a lot of times when you're like, I just need a sign, and then you're like, was that a sign?
Yeah, they're like, well, that wasn't the sign I wanted. Try it
No,
again.
can you get one with a red crayon? Can you write it with a red crayon?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
I mean, we
that
had
might
plans.
have
I mean,
that
we
might have
had-
been magenta.
We had plans. Our kids is going to be spaced about the same time, and they was all going to grow up together, and then we're just living right here in Aironi.
Right here. Y'all have yet to conquer Aironi. I just like, no, throw that out there. Throw that little pun out there.
We may conquer it in a different way.
Yeah.
But it's just funny how life's turned.
Well, everybody wants to know why I started this podcast, and including you and Avery and Mom and Dad, Randy, and honestly, I like to be funny.
Yep.
I like to tell jokes, but I usually forget my jokes. Yeah. It was bad enough that one night, let's see, I hadn't got married yet, or maybe I hadn't got married, but me and Sambo and his girlfriend, which is now his wife, we were just us three was at Waffle House. Randy was, I don't know. And I told this joke in there, and it was so fun. I mean, it had Waffle House cracking up. And I'm like, you know what? That's going to be my stand-up line. That's how I'm going to start my stand-up with that joke. Well, I went home, went to bed. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing nothing, I went home, went to bed. Next morning, I wake up. I was going to tell Brandy, hey, I told a joke last night at Waffle House.
I killed it.
And I'm talking. Everybody's like, that's the greatest joke I've ever, that was it. So I'm like, I can't remember what it is. So I called Sambo. I said, Sambo, remember that joke I told last night? He's like, yeah, God, that was so good. I said, what was it? He said, I don't remember. But it was funny. And I'm like, well, how do we only remember that it's funny? So I was like, well, I'll call Brianna. So I called Brianna. And I'm like, you remember the joke? Yeah, gosh, that was so funny. I said, well, what was she said, I don't remember.
Yep.
I said, what's wrong with us?
They had dementia.
And till this day, I have no idea what that joke was. But I've always said I'm gonna go do stand up, and so the next joke was I'm gonna buy me a notebook, keep it with me all the time. If I think of it, just write it down. Well, then I said, well, heck, I can't remember what to do with the notebook.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I find there's a stand up live in Huntsville. I'm like, I'm gonna go do this. this was like, what, 2 years ago? I was talking this crap. And Avery's like, this is the kind of brother I got, if everybody wants to know. No. Him and his wife, to my face, you know. I said, I'm going to go do stand-up. It's this Saturday night or whatever. And they're like, oh, really? What time? And they're like, we're going to be there. And I was like, shoot, you know, I was like, man, yeah. They're like, we're just going to be standing up in the back telling everybody how stupid you are and laughing and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be there this Saturday night, you know.
It's probably the worst joke teller ever.
This guy sucks, you know. I'm like, oh, gosh. So now I'm like, you know what, screw that, because that really might happen. It might not be my brother, but it might be where I actually, you know, get the nerve up to do this. And then somebody else is like, you suck, go sit down, you know. So I'm like, you know what? I can get a podcast. I can buy this. I don't have to video it, but I am.
You can just say it on social media.
And then I'm like, if they want to watch it, they can. But
Or they can turn it off.
I
or
can.
they can turn it off.
I can straight up. We can try to be funny. We, you know, there's so much crappy news. Which that was the thing about my childhood. I don't know about y'all. Y'all were playing. I don't know how Cody and Shayla were, but we didn't watch the news. If Dad turned on News Channel 19, it's because the tornado was real close.
It was really, really
Well,
close.
and you say that, people didn't like follow the news like a religion.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
that's
they
so
do
bad.
now. You know, it's like, I know some people, their mood just is according to what the news is doing.
Well, I'll tell you, and it messes with everybody
It
if you
does.
watch it. If he started watching the news, it would start affecting him. But he's yet to buckle, which is good. But every now and then, I'll flip on Fox News.
Yeah.
The plane that crashed 2 days ago, one of those guys was from Birmingham. My buddy that works in Birmingham worked with him. They worked together a lot of times. He had three little kids, 2 twins that's Dansby's age. They're never gonna know. You know, it's sad. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a podcast. It's gonna be positive. The news is not, there's never any good news. They can say, oh, we got a news alert of our daily good news, and it'll be a 30-second clip of one thing good. And I'm like, hey, let's do something fun, positive. It don't have to be about God the whole time. It don't have to be about sports. It can just be positive vibes and storytelling. And I got Jared Hudson in there. He's running for U.S. Senator, but I mean, really, I got him because he was a Navy SEAL. But come to find out, super godly man with some great stories. I think everybody should vote for him if you live in Alabama. I'll go ahead and throw that out there.
And look, I'm going to have to raise my hand. I was against it. I was totally, but that dude's a good guy.
Good dude. There's so many.
He really is a good guy.
And
I was against it. I didn't like it. I didn't want him
well,
in it.
next thing I know, Dad's in here telling him stories, and it looks like I took a picture, and Dad's holding his hand like this, and I said, if my dad was a fisherman, I'd swear he was telling him about a fish he caught.
Right there.
I don't know what he was talking to him about, but his hand, he's like this, and I said, Dad don't, he don't bass fish. I don't know what the heck he's talking about, and I know there ain't no brim's ever been that big. So,
No,
but
Shane's the reason I don't fish too.
well,
He always want to throw one of them spinning reels, and I never could throw them.
Yep.
well, you know, I bought a bait caster. And, you know, it's about the bearings and those things now, and the bait casters. Because I had one, I could throw that little bait caster, and I was real. And then I got a new one, and the bearings was different. You know, they were faster.
You got to get used to it.
And the next thing I know, I got a whole eagle nest. This ain't just your regular bird, and I'm over and it's spider wire. Don't buy spider wire if you're gonna bird nest a lot.
I broke my right arm.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah, so I learned how to throw one left and right handed.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you oughta
And
seen
Dad's
him- you
over there
oughta seen
can't
him
throw
learning.
one with either hand.
No, I didn't have time when he was doing that because he broke his hand, so he trying to throw it, and he was over there and he going, "Hey, I have to go
you had to
there
go-
and
you
I
had
have to go pulling it out of there for him."
Well, I learned.
But
Well-
now look, think about this. I thought about this other night. That's the first serious moment that there was no jokes. Probably, I guess it was the first time we ever had one of them moments. Is when you broke that hand. You remember? Yeah. I mean, he was in tears in my floorboard of my car, and I knew he was hurt. And that just wait a minute. Now we had all this fun and all this stupid stuff. Well, now my brother's hurt.
Yeah.
Like, and he's really hurt because if he whimpers, it ain't good.
You remember when I broke? I was a soft-hearted kid like Everly. I was a lot of the times. I didn't want to kill
Absolutely
nothing and nothing
was.
like that. And then, you know, it takes time. If you want to be a hunter, you've got to. If you want to hunt and be successful, you have to kill an animal. You know what I mean? You can't be a deer hunter.
Well, you got to know where it comes from.
Right, and it took
Whether
a
you
lot
do
of
it or
time.
not.
It took
Yeah.
a lot of, I probably was 10 when we first went that one time, and then I didn't kill one until I was
Yeah.
14, maybe 15,
I was gonna say
something.
15. So
So, it takes a lot of time, but I just lost my train of thoughts. This is why I don't do jokes right here, because I lose my train of thoughts. But, I broke my arm in
called
ninth
ADD.
grade. And, but I didn't really cry in front of people still. I mean, I cry if we watched Old Yeller or Fox and the Hound, and The Lion King's only been watched one time in my house.
So
But,
sad.
sad movies get me.
When
Hey,
Redfern grows.
as an adult, oh God, Randy hates me for making her watch for the Redfern
Really
Grows.
not. Oh, I done a report on that, by the way.
And,
yeah, you did. Yes, I
and,
do.
Really?
Yes, I do. He did.
And not only that, my wife done one. and
Then your
several
kids.
several other people that have
Oh,
come
yeah.
up with
Oh, yeah.
Fern Groves.
He can tell it by heart.
Yeah.
well,
They
Garrett
really
Garrett broke my arm, when we played Cherokee County.
Yeah.
We were in a pile, and Garrett kind of just come in and throwed his head down. We went back and saw it on the films how we figured out it was Garrett. And
Yeah, I got in
it's kind of been our running joke about me and Garrett here.
Yeah, I got in trouble too.
And but Nathan Rooks, Dad made, the trainer told me I was fine. I went back and played some, and I was standing on the sideline. Nathan Rooks, we've had the weirdest friendship. I mean, for whatever reason. But he walked up to me, and tears wasn't flowing. I didn't think, but he said, "Something's wrong with you." And I was like, "Why?" And he said, "I've never seen tears come from your eyes." Like, it was the weirdest conversation on the sideline, And I was like, I can't tell you, we talked all the time. We were in every class together, but that was in ninth grade on the sideline against Cherokee County at Crossville, and I'll never forget him saying, "I've never seen tears come from your eyes."
Yeah, that's kind of the way this was. I mean, he didn't cry.
I didn't get it. They called the next day and said it broke.
Yep.
I went the first time. They said that's just sprained.
It's a spring.
So was you the one that always helped dislocated shoulder out right there?
I don't even know if he knew it. Look, let me tell you about him.
Glencoe?
No, the last game, Piedmont.
Oh yeah, you remember what I told you?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
exactly what you told
Yeah.
me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm over here with my arm dangling. I just made a trap block.
I was mad. Now
Oh, yeah.
things wasn't going.
No, it was not going good. We're on the 1 yard line, can't score.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And the black boy picked the ball up. Brent fumbled and run it 99 yards.
Yeah.
But
Good
anyway,
job, Brent.
the play right before that, it's flopped. It's out. And he said, "What's the matter with you?" And I said, "My arm is killing me." He said, "Well, shut up, suck it up, put it back in, do something."
Yeah, well, that's just how it was.
That's the PG version.
Yeah, I'm sure it
That's
was.
the PG version.
Yeah.
Everybody that we think of our enemies hurting us and all that. Some of the hardest words I've ever heard and
Oh, I can know
some of
right
the
where you're going.
hardest lessons I've ever had was actually told or showed to me by somebody that loved me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It really wasn't
The
some stranger.
the most critical words I've ever received were from people I go to church with. I mean, everybody is like,
blunt.
I mean, they're just, "Hey, I love you," but
Straightforward.
I'm like,
You're being
like
stupid. Or,
this is the meanest thing anybody's ever said. We're at church. You could at least called me when we got home and
Yeah.
told me.
And it's as we all that stuff we talked about. It was just stuff we done as kids, and it's fun to talk about. But what does it mean?
Yeah.
It don't really mean nothing.
Yeah,
But
I
it,
mean,
life,
it
that's
means
about
something
it.
to me and him
Had fun.
because we lived it. Most people was like, "Oh, it's a good story," but me and him lived it. It's important. To us.
Like,
it means
I-
something
I-
to y'all.
Yeah,
a
most
lot
people
of
don't.
times people said I was born in the wrong generation because
I always thought that too.
I liked, at Tate Scap, I'd always go in Eddie and Fred's Sunday school class, and that was the old men, in
The
case
old men.
anybody was. But to me, the old people would, even whether it was church or just down here at the store playing rook, whatever.
Yeah.
That was a big thing back when I was a kid. I guess y'all remember that.
Oh yeah, we
but,
played a mini hand down there.
I mean, I just like hearing them, like Larry Odell. That's what I was telling the other night. Was a lot of times when I was
Death
bow
from
hunting, I couldn't go. It was because I was going to Larry's. I wanted to go to Larry's every time I got a chance, but I couldn't afford to buy something
Yeah.
every time I went. So it got to the point where Larry knew we were coming just to hang out, and he was okay with that because he didn't even realize it, but we was sitting here just soaking up his archery knowledge, and
Yeah.
then he'd get in on just how to live, and
Wasn't his nickname Death from Above or something like
Oh, yeah.
Larry's?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
think
know.
it was.
Yeah.
Death from above. He told me.
He gets
Is that
over.
because he's shooting arrows from tree
He
stand or
shot at
something?
one, it was dead. That's
Yeah.
what
He was
Yeah.
going to kill it.
But, you
Yeah.
know,
I
he
mean,
definitely was.
I can't remember. He's probably lost count how many he's killed.
Oh, they ain't no telling. He done a podcast in here that was phenomenal.
But Cody stopped by, was it what, last week?
Yeah.
Both of them world champions, ain't you?
Yeah.
That's Cody's son's shooting eyes out of it now.
Yeah. So, but he said that Larry wasn't, you know, he was starting to slip a little bit. And I told him that hurt my feeling. You know, I get it. It happens, I guess. But, man, that's the worst thing. But Larry's always been a great dude. But
Something
I
we talk
like
about
all
the time. All the old good ones are dying off, you know, and it stinks for us. We got to be mentored by all them, and now they're just.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, there's no
That's what
way I
we
can
talk
mentor
about.
somebody the way that, you know, just because of the times have changed.
Yeah,
Like
they're
I
all
can't
different.
I can't even give half of a good story like, you know,
Yeah.
like what y'all got. And
Well,
And-
when him's gone, now you got this tape. You look back on.
Yeah.
oh gosh, yeah.
Well, and y'all couldn't live like Shane said earlier, though. The dispensation of time that we're in now,
We couldn't do
we
what
would
y'all
we
did.
would have been in prison still today
Yeah.
for the things we done.
Oh yeah.
that
This
you can't do now. And
Yeah.
then y'all come up a little bit different. It was still pretty good the same. Y'all had a pretty good. The crazy
it
thing
changed
about
in
you,
2010 is when the
the
world
steps
really
were
went
on.
crazy.
But the
Right
cra-
around that
The
time.
crazy thing about you were, I didn't even know you could talk to other people till you graduated.
Yeah.
I come
Yeah,
out
So
of,
you
about
come
my
out of your
12th.
shell about
Yeah.
12th grade.
Yeah.
Right at the end of it.
I had some people call me like a smart aleck. That'd be the PG term there. And then, you know, I was like, well, it's better than being dumb, you know?
Yeah.
And
At least I can
they were
remember
like,
talk.
you know, it went from
Yeah.
I never would have said a word. I don't even remember what I was being smart about, you know? And I was 110 pounds when I graduated. So there was absolutely no reason for me to be a smart aleck to anybody.
Yeah.
Like the girls could probably beat me up, you know? So
Well, he was that guy. I mean, like from kindergarten to 12th grade. He was just shy. I mean,
I didn't.
it was like he was sheltered, and he wasn't. We
Hunt-
grew up in the same
hunting
spot.
and four wheeling is all I did.
That's all
That's
you
it.
know.
That's
That
it.
was it. Period.
And really, four wheeling changed when I had my wreck at the guy wire.
yeah,
In front of Rodney's house.
just jump right out in front of
They
you.
hit that guy.
I was waving at Rodney and hit that guy running. I'm sure I was in fourth gear at least because we hit the edge of that field and
Took off.
oh my goodness. But yeah, that was a brand new four wheeler and that hurt my feelings. And then just knowing that I was that close to dying, the thing is, we've had wrecks by being stupid.
Absolutely.
When I say we, I'm gonna point straight here.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Like it's he's not even like Tony Harbor, but he does stupid things like him, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess the dumbest thing that I ever done with Avery was when I was riding the 70 in the front yard and I pulled his shirt over his
Over
head
my
and
head.
he run
I mean,
over
wide
mom's
open,
dogwood
dude.
tree and killed her dogwood tree. Like she never
Oh,
could
my
have a
goodness.
dogwood tree because
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
But
I
I
was
did.
wide open, pegged that joker. Boom.
But
You
I
ever
had
ride
that.
a motorcycle with him.
Well,
I wouldn't have pulled his shirt over his head though. That's bad enough with him with his eyes open.
Yeah.
well, we got one of my classmates passed away on a polar wreck. So Pawpaw Pounds bought all three of the grandkids helmets.
Right there.
And whatever, no big deal to wear a helmet. And Avery swears he had his helmet strapped. I don't know. But
Dirt
the
road.
only time I ever found out that I cared about my brother was when I saw smoke or four-wheelers flipping.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I was like, he's
Or
stupid.
watched him
Or-
play ball.
or, yeah, later on, as after I got out of school. But while I was living at home,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was,
I
you know,
agree. Yeah.
You know what? There's another thing too that everything's different. The four wheelers we were riding, then versus now. I mean, now you got
totally
these.
yeah, but see,
Yeah.
the one that we
1000s
grew
and-
up on was the 200 SX.
One cruiser race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you got a 1000 and
Yeah.
Yeah. Those super heavy ones.
Yeah,
Just
62 mile an hour.
so powerful.
But like, I found out quick that I cared about my brother when he drove up the ditch bank and an S10 runs over him. You know, I was like,
Dude, that joker was running mock Jesus, okay? Like, I pulled a Tony Harbor, all right? So, like, this bank was, like, straight up. It's down there about
and the
below
grass
back.
is as tall as
You know, the culvert down there. And I was like, you know what? And I jump it every evening. I go, whoa,
I mean, we
jump a road. And I was like, heck yeah. Well, I'd pull up there and I'd look both
You'd have to
ways.
stand up over
And
the
I'd pull
grass.
up there
You
and I'd
know?
look both ways. I was like, nothing's coming. I'd just punch Mama's Fuller and I'd just launch it. Whoop. And I did. And it just went, shoot. And that's all I
Dude,
remember.
all I saw was smoke.
And I
Me
just
and Mom was in the
fly.
yard, and we take off running.
I mean, like Superman through the air just flying. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dead.
Like he had a scratch on your ankle or
maybe.
something.
Yeah, like on my leg. And I hit the ground, and the Fuller sitting over just, and I'm like, man, I'm all right. And, I jump up. And that Joker just blocks it down.
Dude, he probably slid, his black marks were forever, probably 70, 80 feet. No
Smoke.
telling how fast he
I
was
mean,
going.
And I come back, Mama's running, Tyler's running, and I get on the four-wheeler.
No helmet on it this time.
No
No
helmet.
helmet, because we still had the old four-wheelers.
And I pull that Joker up, I'm matching the gas, and I'm turning, and this wheel's sitting straight, and this one's going this way. I was like, uh-oh, it ain't
So,
good.
you know, it goes from, oh my God, Avery's dead, to, okay, he's walking at us.
I'm gonna
And
kill him.
then it's like, what's going on? And then we find out the four-wheeler's broke. It's
Yeah.
like, I can't, that's the four-wheeler that I've had when
Mom was furious.
Oh, my goodness.
like, kept that four-wheeler not running broke for 20 years,
Yeah.
knowing we're never going to fix it again. But it's the fact that it was, you know,
And that
her
Joker
first
in the
four.
S10, man, he pulls back up. Man, you all right? Yeah, all right, have a good one.
Like, it
Boom.
shipped. Do you remember how
No.
the little vinyl down the side, the strip?
Molded.
The molding, there was that one section, like, in between the bed or whatever. It knocked that. Why the heck I don't remember that? Do you remember that?
Dude, he was running.
It literally knocked that one piece of molding off that was 3 inches long.
Yeah.
And
Cab corner.
nothing
I swear
else.
he had to be flying though, man, because I looked both ways, and you know that holler down there, it's a long way to get up there. And when his black marks were from here to the
Oh,
other
they
side
was
of
there.
the
They
shop,
was
I was like,
way
man,
out
he had
through
to be
there.
broke.
Guarantee he's around 70.
He was
And-
flying.
But the
Still don't matter.
No, it was still stupid on my part.
we got to get close to wrapping it up. I got two quick little stories about Avery, but the other one was your S10.
Yeah, he
Oh,
ran in
yeah,
cattle
man.
mine.
That on the 70 that he just dad parked the same place every day. Same place. Avery just wants to come in and just drive into the side of it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
carried it in.
Dude, that little 70 that's out there runs like 30 mile an hour. So I would just, I like to
But
go
like
fast.
I don't know.
I'm on Ricky Bobby here.
I don't remember it was that white S10. Wasn't
Yeah, it was.
Like I don't remember how young we were. But Avery also is the same guy that drove a go-kart up a guy wire just to see if he could drive it up a guy
I just
wire.
wanted to try.
Like for years, you could see red paint from the front of that go-kart up the,
Yeah.
where it peeled off on that guy.
Joker, John's house.
But after he wrecked all these, for some reason, they decide, hey, let's buy them brand new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're safer. You're safer.
Absolutely.
Let's buy brand new ones. So Avery gets like a 250 Recon, and I got a
Electric shift.
350 Rancher.
Yep.
And actually, his had just a few hours on it. His was a little, but it was the size he needed.
Small.
It was, yeah. So
They could run 60. I only ran like 45, and that made me so mad.
well,
Yeah.
the dirt road over here past the old barn, it'd go straight across before they closed it, and then it wide. You remember where, what I'm talking about? Go past 414.
Jason Childers Chicken Farm now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or it went and it wide, and we had our helmets on. Like I said, Avery swears his was strapped.
Swear it was strapped.
And
It was green. I'll never forget it.
it been raining, so water held good in that Y.
Well, go back. At the same time, we always used to ride 3 deep.
We were
On the
3
dirt
wide.
roads.
We
I
were
mean,
3
3
wide on the dirt
going
road.
like around turn 3 in
So
Daytona.
Avery's this outside, and I think I'm the inside. I don't know exactly, but I know for a fact Avery's the outside. And we go 3 wide and hit that right of that Y, and Avery hits majority of the water. But it's intended. All of us want to be in the.
Yeah,
You're
we
on a
just want to
four-wheeler,
hit.
you want to hit the water.
Yeah.
When he hits it, his four-wheeler goes straight to his skid, and it's barrel rolling. Don't know if you know about this.
It was good.
Avery's helmet is in the bean field. Just
Dude, I hit the ground
Dude.
so hard.
all I could think about was, I was like, his head's in that freaking. Like I don't even know where Avery's at. I'm seeing
Yeah.
his helmet, and I'm like, his head's in the helmet. And then he's fine again, but the front racks on the four, it had like the metal cover, like
Cage,
the cage, and then the brush guard over the lights. There was a little bit of a dent in his plastic on the left side,
Left-hand side.
and like I don't know if you ever even seen it. Like we done our best.
Y'all do understand your mother's gonna watch.
Yeah,
this,
we
right?
fixed
So-
it back.
Okay.
Like it is almost as
I'm just
fixed as
gonna
it can
make sure.
be. And but I was like, oh my gosh, you know. And I think did your back get scratched? I don't
I got a
know.
little scratch on it.
But I was like, holy. He's like, I said, no way your helmet was strapped. He said, dude, I swear it was strapped. And I'm like, because I'd heard stories, you know, as a kid, and motorcycles would, you know, they'd find them and wrecked with their head in the helmets. And sorry to get graphic, I guess,
Thinking the worst.
but well, that's you see that helmet, and I knew mine was strapped, and I'm like, ain't no way it's just gonna come off. But that's how hard. Like, you know, I don't
hit
even.
that hard.
To me, we wasn't even going that fast.
Nah, it's just I hit that little spot just right.
Like-
And that folder was light too. It wasn't heavy.
There's a lot of times when we done stupid things, and you know, had, like I said, the shirt over his head. That was stupid. I don't know. But really, we wasn't being stupid when he had that wreck. To me, he was kind of being stupid when he drove up the ditch bank. Don't know what he was thinking when he hit Dad's truck. And then mine was a legit waving at my neighbor, closing his gate,
He
and
breaks
just
the whole top of a power
break
pole
the
out.
pole, almost die, almost kill my friend that's on the four-wheeler. Which that was, I gave my friend my helmet. I didn't have my helmet on
He
that day.
still got PTSD from this day about it.
And I'm like, oh, I've rode a four-wheeler a little bit since then, owned several since then, but something just ain't the same about.
This ain't worth it no more to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, I wasn't even being stupid. Like
All right, chase your best friend and his girlfriend. They're on the four-wheeler, and you're in your Monte Carlos. Just see if you can catch them on a dirt road. Remember that? Yeah. You and
Well-
Randy?
I can't
Me and
remember which
Chris-
one I was on.
I don't remember either. It must have been that Honda Rancher or Foreman one.
I want to end it up on y'all talking. You wasn't there, was you? But when he ripped the gear shifter out of the car,
Tony
I
Hawk.
mean the
Harper.
emergency brake. Yeah,
Oh yeah, so yeah, that was. You're gonna get me in trouble for this, really.
am I?
Yeah.
Do we need to edit this one
Yeah,
out?
this is a good one, but we were. Boy, you're gonna get me in trouble. But anyway,
It's fine.
you never told Harbor he.
We're getting
couldn't do-
viewers.
You never could. You never told Tony Harbor you couldn't do anything. That was a bad thing. You never told him. Do not tell Tony he can't do something, because he gonna do it or die. But anyway, we were with Johnny Walker riding around in his mama's new car for a little Ford Festiva or something. And then if she hears this, I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
She ain't gonna hear this.
But anyway, we're
Make sure-
going down
make sure
by
this
Malachi
gets sent to her,
Bowens.
okay?
We went by Charles Bowens and them down that road, and Harbors won't do a Bandit because this was the first front wheel drive car that we've all
Now, you
had.
got to clarify. Everybody don't know what a bandit is.
Well,
They didn't grow up. like we
a
did.
Bandit's where you kind of do a donut. You kind of slide sideways, you know.
Pull emergency brake,
Pull
slide
emergency brake, yeah.
sideways, drifting
anyway-
for you modern kids.
We're going down through there, and Harbor's looking at John. I'm in the back seat, and Harbor's looking at Johnny going, Johnny, do a Bandit. I ain't doing a Bandit, Tony. I'm in my mama's new car. We're not doing a Bandit. Hey, we are. We're going to do a Bandit. Johnny said, no, we're not. Can't do a Bandit. It's my mama's new car. Harbor's done got it. And Harbor was so strong. Like, he's so psychotic.
He had that stupid strength.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
I'll
only
say it
person.
nice.
He's the only, and I don't know, Keno may not say it, but I will. I couldn't block him. Like, he would jump you like a bullfrog and be in the backfield. So, like, if he ever lined up and the ball was snapped, he would literally jump over me and be in the backfield. He's the only person. I couldn't catch him. I wasn't quick enough. So, this is the psychotic version. And he goes, we're going to do a Bandit. John said, we're not doing a Bandit. When this goes on, going off the hill by David Green's house, we're headed, and I know that turn's coming right yonder.
Is this
Well, that's-
Bowen's Grocery?
So if you go down the hill by David, where David Green lived,
Yeah.
and Roger, when it flattens out, comes up, that first road that turns to the right heads to where Kelly Knight lives
Yeah.
now. At the end of that, Malachi Bolden lived right there in that little greenhouse, teal green or whatever it used to be there. So anyway, that's the ditch Harbor always used
Cut
out.
through.
So I'm thinking he's fixing to grab the steering wheel, and we're going through that ditch. So I'm already braced. We're going to do a Bandit. Johnny, we're not going to do a Bandit, Tommy. This is my mama's new car. We're going to do a Bandit. And I'm thinking, boy, we're right there. And just about the time Johnny was saying, no, we're not, Tony reaches, grabs a park brake, and yanks the whole handle and cable and everything out of the floor in the car. And we're now locked doing a Bandit sideways because the brakes are locked on the back of the car. Yeah. So then we spent the rest of the night, me trying to fix the park brake back in the car and get it back in there so that his sweet, loving, dear, I love you so much, mama, brand new car that, yeah, Tony yanked the whole handle out of the floor and we done a Bandit.
And it's hard to patch those, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it was all night. Yeah. Yeah, we had to work on addressing that.
Well,
So that's just some of the stories, and a lot of them that we can't get into because those you might not get good ratings on those, and I don't want to tell everything that happened.
well, we may have to have a part 2. We'll see how this one does.
But I'll say this: your Papa's book's laying right over yonder. At the end of all of it is the title that y'all stories, our stories, and every story is only through grace. That's why we're here now, and that's why y'all ain't dead, because I deserve to have kids that's in jail. But
I know. So it's okay that I give Jackson a wet willy.
oh yeah, I believe I give you a reprieve. That's the first thing I had to deal with. Where
Oh gosh, yeah. I was like, you know what? It's funny, but he's still not gonna think it's funny. But I'm not gonna tell him. So
but how many people can be at our age and still close?
Absolutely.
True.
Think on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd die for him today. I mean, that's just the way we were.
It's weird too, the friends you have in high school that you don't have,
Yeah, it drifts
and
away.
that y'all keep. You don't have that no more.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
I got
which-
one friend from high school that we hated each other. I mean, despised each other. And now we're closer today than we've ever been
I
since.
seen Tony at Lowe's 2 nights ago.
oh gosh.
I hadn't seen him, and I don't know when he moved over to his daddy's place, so he's not in Aironi much, so I don't ever see him much. And as soon as I seen him, you know, it was like, hey, man,
Here we
give me a
go.
hug, you know,
Oh yeah.
it's like,
Like old times.
Old
it's like
times,
last week.
yeah.
Same with him. I can go 6 months, you know,
Yep.
without seeing him. When I see him, it's like, it ain't like, well, I ain't seen you in 6 months. No, it's just like, oh, hey, man, what you doing?
Yeah.
Talk to her and a half on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but it's a bond that can't be broken.
Well, it's crazy too. Like, I mean, you don't have to talk hour and a half on the side of the road. Y'all literally, I mean, we live 2 miles, but it's life.
It's
I mean,
life.
we're
It
busy.
happens.
It's
Everybody,
life.
I mean, you know, you buying crappy bad boy buggies, and he's pretending to work at Marshall McCall. I
He
don't
was
know.
with me when I bought it.
I watched that deal go down. I watched that.
I think Dad actually bid against you a couple times.
Not once. He say, man, this thing's a piece of junk. You might want to leave this here.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say
Don't
that.
buy
That's
that.
what a good friend does. Try.
Which
Just try.
in all fairness, it wouldn't matter what he said. You know, I'm like, I'm buying
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah,
buy it.
look, you know how many times I've done that? Because he did buy one. The one he bought was completely different than mine.
Yeah, it was-
Mine's electric or gas.
His was
was
all
just
electric.
It is
It was
different.
fancy too.
And but he's like, you don't need one of them. You know why you need? And I'm like, well, I probably don't need one. I've got the mule. But for turkey hunting, I need this.
You
You
get
know.
with me, I'll give you a partnership.
Yeah, we'll work on partnership. You know, I tell you what, if we can get enough subscribers, Gavin's trying to get me enough subscribers that I can get paid, you know, $30 an episode, and probably in 10 years I'll be able to buy that
Well, I ain't
partnership.
got $7,000 in that.
And that partnership.
Absolutely.
You know,
Oh gosh. Well, look,
He might be a little tight too.
if y'all do have more stories, we're gonna have to save them because I know it's Sunday. It's 5:15.
Oh my goodness.
Time travels fast when you're telling,
Having a good time.
you know, legends, lies, and liberties, I guess. But Gavin's got a big show, I think, coming up tonight for himself. He's got to get to. But also, I think 2 hours is probably plenty on the podcast. But
Yeah.
I've had a great time. It's always fun hearing some of the stories I've already heard. It's fun hearing new stories, and then I guess personally sharing a few new stories that
Yeah.
Don't know
that he
about.
didn't
Yeah.
know. Mom, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
She'll just be right out here. It's not a problem.
There's
Yeah.
still stories I haven't
Is
told
she at
Mom
the
or
house
Dad,
right now?
So we'll
is
just
she
keep
home?
that
Is she
quiet.
over there?
Yeah, she's over
Okay. So with that, I appreciate y'all coming. Short notice, I guess, too. I invited y'all, Thursday?
Thursday.
By the way, Dad's preaching at Warrior Creek. For all the WQSB people want to know why he prays so good, he's been praying for a long time now. Everybody, man, your dad prays good. I forgot to tell you about it. And
Well,
I was like,
30
well,
years worth,
I
he
said,
better
my
be
gosh,
good at
he's
it."
been praying a long time. If he ain't good at it now, y'all won't want to trust him.
Fired.
look what you've been praying for.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's
see,
exactly right.
Understood.
Luckily, we only got 2 paddlings out of all those prayers.
And I will say this too: the only friend I've ever had that I grew up with that I can remember him shouting.
Uh-oh.
Pleasant Hill
Oh,
by
yeah.
the piano. Harold Williams got to sing a song,
Yeah.
and I got to see my best friend shout. That's
Lord,
a memory that'll go gray.
So, a lot of
Yeah.
dangerous memories and a lot of positive memories
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same
That's
time.
exactly right.
So, let's just, I mean, that's a good life when you got both stories, when you
Yes,
got both
sir.
stories to tell. And
Lowest of lows, highest of highs. I guess we've
That's what
been
we
them
still
all.
tell it.
Yep.
I've had a great time. I hope y'all don't think it was a waste, and y'all had a good time too. I feel like it's always fun to have a little throwback every now and then, and then like I said, we can talk about what y'all done last week with St. Jude's and what I'm gonna go next weekend and kill a turkey, and I'm gonna talk about that later too, and just all kinds of stuff going on that we can be positive about. Quit watching the news, people. Stop watching
For real.
the news. Watch this podcast. It's 2 hours. You're going to spend more time than that watching CNN or Fox News. Sit down, watch this. It's stupid funny. And anything else? Y'all are good?
I guess I'm good.
Avery, you good?
Good.
Well, we're going to end it with y'all be safe, be careful, behave. Don't do anything illegal, immoral, unethical, or just plain stupid. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jason Jackson.